We should be live now. All right, we are officially live. How's everyone doing tonight? Nick, I know we're excited to have another live stream. I know that we had that hiatus for a little bit, came back for another live, making sure we're staying consistent. These are pretty fun. So
they're so much fun. Probably my favorite thing we do with FS1, dude. Not even gonna lie. Like, just getting on here, talking shit, chatting with the people, listening to the fans, answering questions, running through the craziest scenarios, all the good stuff.
Absolutely. Now, I hope that I don't run into too many internet issues. Not that my internet has been bugging out or anything like that, but I just know StreamYard gives me more of a pain in the butt than Riverside does. So, yeah, I know that StreamYard can really kick my butt. But it's cold as hell up here, which is
dude, it's freezing here. 7 degrees yesterday. I was like, what the hell is this garbage?
So you're also in getting like New York City's like it's quote unquote cold, but it's like 30 something, low 20s. You know, up here is like in the teens or like the single digits. We're gonna be negative 22 on Saturday, so which is really anchored down. You know, Friday night,
22.
Yeah, Friday night. You know, going bowling. You know, before the apocalypse of cold hits us on Saturday, and that day I'm ready, dude. I'm getting warmed up. You know, dude, I don't know if you saw this. They're doing for the John Boy like warehouse games.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing like challengers, they're taking YouTubers on as challengers. And all I know is we would eat. You know, Trevor Plouffe, Nikki Cass, John Boy, Jake, who came on today. I'm striking them all out. I hope that, I'm throwing 95. I mean, you can't throw 95. It's actually higher than what they are. Like, it's the cap on velocity 72. Or else it's
95.
But I'm blowing 70 miles an hour cheese.
With the blitz ball, 95.
I could, dude. We're talking some super sweepers.
Plastic melts.
Yeah, dude. For everyone joining in the chat, by the way, throw in questions. We're just chatting, just to
it's the early part of the live. The live always gets going about like 10-15 minutes after we start it.
And then 40 and 50 minutes in, it's an interesting ride.
It's a great ride.
It is.
Great ride. But Ryan, I guess before we have any questions here. Oh, thanks, Gio. Appreciate you, doggy. It was a great time with Jake. Jakey's the man.
What's good, Gio?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't even on the screen. Damn it.
Yeah, that's my bad. My brain just didn't register. I was like, oh, words.
Way to go, Ryan.
I fumbled there.
Appreciate you, man.
First comment of the stream, and I'm already behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, way to go. You and the 8
balls. Come on now. I'm too focused on throwing a super sweeper and blitz ball right now. Like, I'm not even joking, Ryan. Dude. I saw the video that premiered. I picked up my blitz ball. I picked up my blitz ball bat, dude. I was like, just taking some dry hacks, working on my mechanics. Envisioning, no, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. That's literally exactly what I did for like 10 minutes. Yeah,
I don't doubt. No, I don't doubt. I don't think you're joking. That's what I'm like.
Not joking.
That's the funny part of this is like I know for a fact you're being dead serious.
Yeah, I'm always dead serious.
I appreciate you, Gio. It was a great time talking to Drake. The dude's a man. He's actually the inspiration for me getting into podcasting and getting into content creation and media and everything. I remember like watching Talking Yanks like a little while ago, and I was like, damn, I can do that. I want to do that. And then I got to have him on. So bless up to the Fireside crew, Alex at ESM and everyone, Ryan, of course, Sam, the newbie. Like we're coming for the moon this year. We're coming for the moon.
We are to the moon tonight. Not just tonight, but for this season.
Just tonight. We're on the moon.
Yeah.
We are going to steal the moon.
That's that movie is like over a decade old now. That's crazy. We have another comment. Michael Brunetti. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe I'm not. What's up, guys? Jays fan here. Going to be a fun year. Can't wait. Absolutely going to be a fun year.
Can't wait to see a movie this year.
By. Hey, I think this year is going to be a fun year for the division. Last year got interesting towards the end. This year's it's going to be a fun year for the division. I don't know if you guys, the Jays were they not? Either it was them or the Yankees. They were our preseason AL East pick coming into the year. That was like our first our first time going through spring training and everything. We did like hour-long episodes and we were just talking about the Yankees, anything and everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
We both picked the Jays to win the division.
So
they were expected. A lot of people picked them last year to like win it all, like especially to come out of the AL. People were expecting them to be better than the Astros last year, and it just didn't happen. I mean, can't say I'm shocked because at the end of the day, the Blue Jays, the Blue Jays, but it's gonna be a fun year. Their defense, we talked about their defense a lot. I talked about it with Jake today. Their defense in the outfield is fucking elite, dude.
Yeah, no, and they've got look that this is gonna be a fun year with the division. Well, not fun for my heart rate or my lifespan, but you know, ultimately gonna be a fun year for the American League East, as competitive as it's always been. But thank you so much for stopping by. We hope that if you are still around the stream, make sure to shoot any questions. And
you can ask questions about the Blue Jays too.
Yeah,
you guys can ask questions about anything baseball related. Like this is a Yankee stream, but we do these live streams more or less pretty infrequently. But this one's pretty closely. Pretty hot on the heels of the last one we did. So there's not a ton of Yankees news.
Yeah.
So yeah, ask questions about baseball in general. You could ask Ryan his favorite players, who he emulates his game off of.
I really emulate my game off of Aaron Judge. Same height, same build.
Same height. Woodley.
Sam G, how you doing? Hope you're having a great night. We are literally 2 weeks away from pitchers and catchers reporting. So exciting. Absolutely. I am pumped for baseball this year. A lot of fun battles in spring training. I feel like last year and kind of the years before that, I think you can agree with me here. There wasn't really like, oh my gosh, who's starting? It was more like, hey, the Yankees, yeah, there weren't many rookie position players coming up, and Duhar and Torres really felt like the last two to come up and really be, high level players that had a really good chance at having rookie of the year caliber seasons. We're finally going to get a little bit of that this year. So Nick, I that's what I'm excited for, at least with spring training, just kind of the uncertainty. I don't know what are you looking forward to in spring training this year?
Baseball. That's like baseball. Like it's been so long. I feel like since I've seen baseball and since I've actually cared about baseball too, like whenever the Yankees lose in the postseason, look, baseball is the best sport ever. I love it. I watch the postseason, the rest of it. I watch the World Series and all that. But when the Yankees are out, it's just like, well, that's just okay. Woo. And the way the Yankees went out last year just left the most vinegary taste in my mouth that it's just like, fuck that. Switch the script. Let's move on. Turn the page. I just can't wait, dude. I'm excited to watch DJ. I want to see DJ rounding the bases, fielding nicely, hop stepping it, not double clutching, just doing everything that DJ does well. And hopefully looking, healthy. Like if he's healthy going into opening day, good night.
No, I mean, I definitely agree in the sense that, ultimately we want to see the Yankees. We want to see the Yankees healthy. It's a big thing. We want to see them healthy, get through
every year,
healthy.
Dude, every year.
It is every year, but hopefully this year with younger talent, we can mitigate that a little bit. But yeah, Sam, very excited for spring training and pitchers and catchers reporting, and we'll also get to hopefully get some clips of some guys throwing, which would be nice. Michael, for sure. Again, love to have you here, Michael. Thank you so much. Carlitos Villanueva Ramos. My glasses are off. I can't read. Greetings from Costa Rica. Here in tune. You guys are the greatest. Pura vida. Thank you so much, Carlitos.
Appreciate you coming back, dog. Love
he's a returning viewer.
You've been in a couple of streams, man. Appreciate you, dude.
Absolutely. Returning viewer from Costa Rica. My parents are from the Dominican Republic, not too far away from Costa Rica. But, hey, I got to give shout out.
That's like there being a French person in the chat and being like, I'm from Russia, not too far.
No, it's not that. No, I was gonna finish it off by saying, love seeing my fellow Hispanics in the chat as well.
That's fair,
but you didn't let me finish.
Well, I'm sorry.
Whittly.
But how dare you disrespect Hispanic culture? Those people fight for us.
Yeah, dude. I'm that guy, man. I'm joking. Moving on. Jeffrey Lopez. Hi, dudes. Are we really done making moves? Jeffrey, first off, thank you for stopping by. And secondly, I think the Yankees are kind of bound to move an infielder. And my guess has always been it's going to be IKF. Again, I don't dislike IKF as like a person or anything, but
not a good baseball player.
There's like there's like a spectrum, right? Gleyber Torres and Josh Donaldson, right? Gleyber Torres, good player. You want him on your team, but a lot of trade value. Josh Donaldson, not a good player. Don't really want him on your team. Not a lot of trade value. IKF falls perfectly in the middle of that, where you don't really want him on your team. Hear me out.
I think he's more JD on the spectrum.
Hear me out. You don't really want IKF on your team, but he's not a bad player in the sense of like if he's on your bench, he's actually a really good bench player, and another team's going to want him. There's another team that could probably use IKF.
Yeah,
you don't really feel that same way about, and then also considering price tag, all those things, he quite literally falls in the middle of those two. Where like Gleyber Torres has surplus value, Donaldson has negative value. IKF is kind of like neutral, like he has, throwing a lottery ticket prospect.
I agree with that. I mean, his contract is like, I think $6 million. They signed him for $6 million this year, which isn't bad at all. I mean, yeah, it's an overpay, but when you play for the Yankees, you're probably going to get a decent amount more a lot of the time than if you play for other organizations. That's just kind of like the market setting itself. Granted, IKF shouldn't be making $6 million anywhere he played, but yeah, I do agree with you. He has value, which is nice, and it's good to see that the Yankees are still exploring trade options with those guys like IKF, Donaldson, Hicks. Literally, the only three guys that every Yankee fan has a gripe with are those three guys. Um, and if the Yankees trade one of them, a lot of people will be ecstatic over it, and that'll probably push their offseason grade up to an A and A minus for a lot of people. Like, I think the Yankees right now are at an A minus, maybe an A. And I know it's like, well, why are they so high? They haven't signed anyone except for Rodon. Again, you don't need to go out and sign 12 players to have a good offseason. The Yankees have done things right. They've retained some guys. They picked up another bullpen arm tonight, Gray Fentner. Not a bad pitcher. Definitely has some command issues. Think of him like Luis Medina. He's going to go down there, probably toss a 12K over 9, but he's probably going to walk about 6 or 7 batters per 9 as well. So they're making moves. They're just not making the shiny moves, the big moves. And there really aren't many big moves to make. So I'm fine with that. But I do think the Yankees are still looking to offload one of those three guys. And it's just simply because the way the roster is configured right now, there's not enough room for all of them. The only guy that really has like a legitimate, he may be starting opening day, in my opinion, is Hicks. And that's just because the option other than him is a guy that played like 12 games in left field last year, and Oswaldo Cabrera, who I think can do it, don't get me wrong. But the Yankees are probably like, oh, we have this natural outfielder, left fielder, Aaron Hicks on the team. Let's put him out there. And they probably will. But Donaldson, I don't think starts. IKF definitely won't start. So it's like, I'm not too mad about that. And the other thing is like Donaldson, he's not a great player anymore, but he could still be a 105, 110 WRC plus bat this year. I think he's going to bounce back in some way, I don't think he's going to be that elite guy that walks 14% of the time and clubs 30 home runs again. But I still think he's going to have value. And even last year, in his ass season he was just as valuable as IKF from an F4 perspective and posted a WRC plus 9 points higher. So IKF is just bad. Like, I know he has value because he's still like young. He's fast. He can play defense at third base pretty well, play defense at shortstop pretty well on balls that aren't hit right at him. And it's like, that's fine. You can live with that. But it's not like IKF's any team's first choice for shortstop. And he should not be the Yankees' first choice for shortstop again going into this season. He was a stopgap. The gap's filled. Peraz is here.
Yeah, the way I view it is like IKF is a solid player. Like, that's really it.
Yeah, he's a below average player.
I mean, if you like, again, I think the answer to whether IKF's like a good defender or not is organizations think he's a good defender, therefore he's a good defender.
True,
right? Like,
that's true.
That's the way I view it. Like, if because of that, he's a good defender, and I don't have to necessarily like sit back and say that's what my eyes said, but my eyes are not better than like whoever the hell is wearing the defensive bottles, like the Yankees or the Rays. But yeah, I think end of the day, one of those infielders get moved, right? I think that's.
I just hope it's not Glaber, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Glaber, but I think it ends up being IKF. 5'6" is close to 6'7". 5'8", correction, it's 5'8". Okay, I can pull out my permit. It is 5'8".
Oh,
all right,
God, Ryan, don't pull out the 5'6",
but 5'8", 5'6" is close to 6'7". That is true. We will take care of Chad Green for you. Now, there's two more Chad Green questions here, so I'm going to like mention them first and kind of skip ahead a little bit just to make sure I kind of answer it all in one. What are the Yankees getting in Chad Green? First off, Omar, thank you for stopping by. He says he's a Blue Jays fan. We'll get back to his Josh Donaldson comment in a second. Not like in an angry way, just like in a like we'll make sure to touch in on that. And then Chad Green will be an Anthony Bass replacement. I'm excited for what he could do later in the year moving forward. So
if they get even a month or two of Chad Green this year, they got a great contract with him. I mean, Green's a beast. I'm gonna miss Chad Green. I know he kind of fell off a bit towards the latter half of his Yankee tenure, but the Yankees also used him way too much for like 3 years in a row. And had they not done that, he probably could have had a bit more longevity on his side. But he's still a great relief pitcher. Like, I'm sad to see him go. I mean, the other problem I had, though, is like if the Yankees got him and brought him back, this is what I was wondering. You can probably help me out with this. If the Yankees signed him on a deal where it's like, yeah, 2-year deal for the first 6 months for the first 4 or 5 months of the season, you're going to be rehabbing your arm. Would he still be on the 40-man, or how would that work?
Yeah, so you have to put them on the 40-man for a little bit. And
that's why we didn't get Chad Green back then.
I think the bigger thing here is the Yankees would have to have paid him enough to push them over the luxury tax, which I think at the end of the day was the reason why they didn't go to that price point. But for Chad Green, there are two factors, Michael, if when he comes back, you're going to have to look for, whether it's the end of this year or the beginning of next year, whether he makes a playoff push, whatever it may be. He got Tommy John surgery not too late into the season. It was
June
like
or
in
July.
May. Yeah, I mean, the surgery. I know he got injured in May, so the surgery might have been June. But what I will say is, so number one, the velocity for fastball velocity, that tends to actually come back relatively soon. It only takes about 3 or 4 starts or outings, depending on, what type of pitcher we're talking about, starter or reliever, in this case, reliever. So give it a couple of innings, a few innings, and you should see the velocity come to normal. Let's say 10 or 15 innings in. If it's not normal, there's something that's either, number one, mechanically different, or two, long-term, just not the velocity it was before, and that's just what's going to be then. And then number two, for command, that actually takes a lot longer to stabilize. So you may see Chad Green come back late 2023, and he may have maybe walk issues or in-zone command issues. That shouldn't affect, if that's what the issue is, the stuff is really good, or the stuff is still pretty good, and the command isn't as good, I would say you're fine. I would say that it's going to be fine for 2024. This is a guy who has not good stuff. He has elite stuff still. Even after last year, where I kind of thought the fastball might have been losing some life, I was proven dramatically wrong. Not only was the fastball not losing a bunch of life, but I'm going to pull it up here in the revamped model for Chad Stuff Plus with Chad Green. 112.2 stuff plus, 110.6 pitching plus. Like, the stuff is still, it's nasty, right? And a high fastball with that sharp breaking ball should play well against left-handed batters, where that's more vertical deception. He's pretty good against righties as well. He's a versatile reliever. Yep. He was a workhorse before the injury. I imagine that kind of stays somewhat similar with a fully healthy 2024. Yeah. It's a good get.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Only downside to Green is that he does give up the long ball a good amount. And when he misses, it's just literally a fastball on a tee. But he doesn't miss that often. I know a lot of Yankees fans would probably beg to differ, because for whatever reason, a lot of Yankees fans love to bring up everyone's most negative moments instead of their positive moments when they play for the team. I guess that's just, the perks of playing for the most storied franchise in MLB history. But I'm excited for Green when he comes back. I always wish him the best. The dude's the man. He was great. He and Tommy Kahnle were best buds. But on the flip side of that, Chad Green probably would have been our 7th best reliever going into this season. Part of me would say I'd rather have Trevino than Chad Green, both healthy. So it's like, I think that just speaks to the depth of the Yankees bullpen, and the reason as to why they were not like, the reason as to why they're like, we can let Chad walk. If Green can throw like 97, 96, like he was doing consistently, then he'll be a great get for the Blue Jays late in the season. But if he comes back, and like you said, he comes back in September or late August, and it's a couple of appearances, and it gets to end of September and he's still touching 93, the Blue Jays are going to be like, I don't know if we're going to add you to the postseason roster, assuming they make the postseason. So I don't know. I wish Chad the best. I mean, dude's a fun pitcher to watch. Great guy as well to have in the clubhouse. Jay's got a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say, and there's one more comment about Chad Green here. I don't think he's going to be sitting 98. Like last year, he lost the tick in his fastball.
Yeah, he was like 95, wasn't he?
Yeah. He went from averaging 95.8 in 2021 to 94.8 in 2022. Yeah. I don't think the strikeout rate is going to necessarily improve next year. Not next year, not the strikeout rate. It's going to be the velocity. I don't think it's going to improve too much post-surgery. It could restore back to 95, 96. And as long as he doesn't lose more velocity, I don't really think it matters. But good get. And I think that's kind of, where I stand on it, and where we're pretty big fans of Chad Green. So
Chad was awesome. Chad was the reason we beat the Twins in 2017.
Yeah. And just a workhorse. Omar, we're going to get back to this. So watch out for Josh Donaldson comeback, 130 WRC plus soon. I don't think we're seeing a 130 WRC plus.
Post a 130 WRC plus. I will be thrilled.
I will be not just stunned. I would be beyond stunned, just because there's nothing in an aging curve that would suggest that he should be putting a 130 WRC plus next year. However, I will say projections do like him to be an above average hitter next year, and that's kind of really all I'm looking for. If he's an above average hitter with good defense,
110 WRC plus, 105 WRC plus with the defense he showed this year, that's like a 2.5 F4 player. So it's like, granted, again with the same at bats he got, so he's going to see a massive decrease in play time, but he could still post like a 1.13 F4 with 400 plate appearances, I'd imagine.
Yeah, end of the day, like we know we're not going to return the value on the money in terms of wins of a replacement at this point.
No.
That's long gone. There's a slight chance, but I don't really see it happening. I want to pull up the Zips projections for I know they're broken right now, so I wanted to pull up the original ones they had, like the Toliolo Monte. 3.7 F4, 130 WRC plus. That's just not happening. It's not even a major league
Doesn't
baseball.
Zips think Yoshida's gonna have like a 150 WRC plus?
No, I think
was
those
that
Steamers
Steamer?
at like 140, but Steamer always
If
has.
Masataka Yoshida posts a 140 WRC plus, I will get a Masataka Yoshida jersey.
Well,
I have zero faith that that's gonna happen.
More so.
Great hitter, but
they they have like issues projecting players with really small samples or non-existent samples at the major league level. But it's like Steamer's gonna have those issues, but I haven't really I think that was like an obvious the system's not doing great here. But Josh Johnson's 80th percentile per Zips for his OPS plus is 119. Zips overall for his median projections, that's his 80th, like one of his best outcomes. His median projection for Zips is a 101 OPS plus. So 20th percentile is 88 OPS plus. So really we're looking at a okay to good hitter to really bad hitter. I don't think within the range of distributions we're looking at a 130 WRC plus anymore. But again, a 110 with good defense would be a really nice resurgence or a nice bounce back to just help stabilize the infield as some of the younger guys come back up. But moving on to Sam's question here, with the new regular season format, which NL series are you both looking forward to? I can't read. Mine is the Padres series in May. So many superstars will be playing. I wanted to pick the Padres one, but since you already went with the Padres one, Sam, I will say the one I'm really excited for is the one against the Rockies in Coors Field.
Damn it, dude. Fuck you. That's what I was going to say. Screw you.
Okay,
Screw
you know what? I'll pick. Do you want me to pick a different one?
No, you take that. You take that. The only reason is just because I want to see Giancarlo hit 9.
That was exactly what I was going to say.
I wanted Giancarlo and Coors. Oh my god,
Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge in Coors Field it would be hilarious.
It'll be DJ's homecoming as well.
It would be his first time back in Coors since he left. And again, being able to watch Giancarlo Stanton and Aaron Judge both hit in Coors Field would be fucking hilarious, and I need to see it. But on the flip side, I pray to God Garrett Cole doesn't pitch in that series. Yeah. Because with his home run issues, I feel like that would be like a nightmare situation.
We need Nestor on the bump, and I'd take Rodon on the bump because Rodon has played pretty well against the Rockies last year with the Giants. And Nestor gets a lot of ground balls. So
no, he's not. Nestor's a fly ball guy.
Barely. Out of all the guys in the rotation, Nestor has the best ground ball percentage.
No, he has the worst.
No, he does not.
Yes, dude, I'm not. I know I'm not making this up because I know that it's Severino.
Nestor also gets soft contact. It's
Severino, Montas, Cole, and then Nestor and Rodon are tied, or like one is better than the other. But I know Cortez is like not a fly ground ball pitcher.
Screw you.
Hey man, I just
no, that's fine. That's fine.
I would look like legitimately just because I like remember this shit from looking at ground ball rates. Nestor didn't qualify. I was like, where the fuck is Nestor here? He's not even on the ground ball or fly ball thing here. But I would like legitimately just say throw Herman for one of those games.
Herman has the worst fly ball percentage.
No,
Herman gives up fly balls like there's no tomorrow.
That would give me like entertaining baseball, I would not care about
have them shell Herman so he gets DFA'd.
That would be could you imagine like Domingo Herman versus like their 5-starter in a fucking Coors Field game? That'd be so much fun. I don't even know the Rockies rotation. I don't care about the Rockies.
They got like Sensatella, who they gave an extension to despite
he's not their 5-starter. There's no way.
No, but I'm saying like these are the guys. Like they got Sensatella, they got
Connor Siebold.
Oh,
he was the guy with the Red Sox. They got him in the Pivetta trade, and he had an 11.29 ERA last year.
Dude, what the fuck are the Rockies doing? Did you see what their GM said the other day? Yeah, the president, where he's like, I think we're like almost a 500 ball club. And
like, that's to celebrate. Really? Like,
that's what. Let's go out in the town, boys. And then this is on the heels of him saying we started off hot last year, and it's because they started off 10-6. It's like, dude, 16 games out of 162. We're calling it there. Stop the count.
Jeez.
Rockies are symbolic.
I think this Coors series would be really fucking funny with the Yankees.
The Rockies go from like a core of like Cargo and Tulo and Charlie Blackmon to now where it's like hopefully Chris Bryant actually plays baseball.
They got like one playoff year. pulling one,
Yeah,
like one or
it's
two
because their
playoff runs
pitching was
out of.
never good. You take away the Ubaldo year, and everyone else sucked as a
Well, that's
pitcher
because
for
of the
Rockies.
field, but they also don't like utilize, like they don't realize that like high spin, like high spin up in the strike zone guys just aren't going to work as much.
No, because
But
they just get clobbered.
yeah, I don't.
You have to get guys that are like sinker heavy, changeup heavy, ground ball
Yeah,
inducing pitchers. Like a Logan Webb in Colorado would be pretty good.
yeah, you need to get ground ball guys. But thank God that we are like every day. I think to myself, I'm a Yankee fan. Yes, we haven't won the World Series in how long, and we've
But at
gotten
least
our
we're
asses
good
kicked.
every year.
At least we're not Rockies fans.
Yeah, we're not celebrating almost being 500.
Yeah, I want to. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I just saw this. I just saw this pop up, so I was like,
yeah, I mean, user 123. I actually agree. Like, I don't think the value is on his contract's bad.
I mean,
It's sick,
Josh Harrison's making $2 million.
but there's two distinct differences there. Number one, Eric IKF is in arbitration, and then number two, IKF can play shortstop. That right there is worth you may think that's not worth $4 million.
No, you're right. You're right. But it's just at the end of the day, Josh Harrison was better than he was last year, and he plays second and third base just as well as IKF plays shortstop.
If we're going based on the evaluation of Fangraphs that has him as a negative defender, which we kind of know isn't the consensus here,
as an IKF's a negative defender.
Yeah, Fangraphs use IKF as a not great defender,
which
or like
is
a
true.
near.
So good for them.
But that's not how other organizations like the way I view it is like if other organizations view IKF as a plus defensive shortstop, that immediately mitigates any value Josh Harrison could have ever provided.
Yeah,
unless he goes out there and has an elite offensive season because he's not a shortstop, and they're just more valuable. They're just harder to find.
The problem is that like these guys now are starting to keep yawning. Damn it. These guys are like,
yawning.
These guys are starting to slowly drop away the options that the Yankees have been linked to in the past. And we've been talking about a lot in the offseason, like Josh Harrison. I bet you Profar signs sooner or later. I was big on the Conforto train back in November, December. Then he signed with the Giants. Like everyone is kind of just signing away that the Yankees had been interested in. So I just at this point, I'm like, all right, I genuinely think we may make another move or two. I think we have to, but I would not be shocked at all if we just run out with what we have right now. The only way I'll be mad is if we run out IKF again at shortstop, Hicks in left field, and Donaldson at third base. Because at that point, it's like walking into a ring against Mike Tyson and expecting and getting knocked out, okay? And then standing back up and going back in there expecting something different to happen. It's like it doesn't work. It's not how a competitive World Series contending team should think and play.
Just out of the sense of like, again, I don't know if I've said this on this podcast on this podcast or on a live stream before, but Aaron Boone really likes IKF. Like absolutely adores. He absolutely adores IKF.
I don't get it.
This is a situation where I don't think Aaron Boone's a bad manager. I don't.
No,
I think
I think he's an above average manager.
Yeah, I think the clubhouse likes him. Ultimately, like I don't really find myself saying, "Oh my God, Aaron Boone blew the game with the bullpen." Most times, there's usually a reason why something happened the way it did.
But Joe Girardi's bullpen management was no better.
It was interesting to say the least.
To say the least.
But end of the day, like, dude, I can't
Boone.
like.
Oh, manager,
right, Boone. Right,
IKF.
yes, Boone manager IKF. Thank you. I was like, oh God, I'm losing my train of thought. But it's like a kid with a pair of scissors. I think I made this analogy.
Yes, you have made this analogy.
A kid with a pair of scissors. A kid who isn't listening with a pair of scissors and is running around, you can't just keep telling them to stop. At some point, someone's going to get hurt because they're not listening. You take away the scissors from them. Aaron Boone has IKF. IKF is that pair of scissors. Scissors aren't inherently bad. Scissors are an integral thing to have in your classroom. However, that one team, that one manager cannot have those pair of scissors. That IKF. Because someone is going to get hurt.
Oh, we got hurt, all right. IKF got more hurt than anyone because of all the fans being like, enough is enough.
ERA is the kid who gets cut.
Dude, I forget who it was. There's another one of these Blue Jay propaganda accounts on Twitter, which are slowly multiplying by the day. But there was like talking like, I don't know why everyone's expecting Garrett Cole to like bounce back. Like his like numbers were in line with what he's like done in the past. And one of the comments was, Yankees fans just can't accept that he's not as good as he was in Houston and his spider tack days. Oh my God, dude. If I have to hear one more comment about Garrett Cole with the spider tack, I'm going to lose my mind. Garrett Cole post spider tack ban still has like a 3.1 ERA. Like he's still an elite pitcher. And that's over like 600 innings. So it's like, it's not like it's a small sample size that I'm just pulling out of my ass. Like Garrett Cole is still a legitimate ace, number one pitcher in baseball. I don't think he's still like he was the best pitcher in baseball or in that conversation with Jacob deGrom. But to say Garrett Cole isn't like a top 10 pitcher is just absurd in my opinion. And this year, I know his home run to fly ball percentage was basically in line with what he's done. The isolated power against, the BABIP against, his usage was all basically in line. But you also look at how he threw his fastball last year, and he threw it low in middle inside more than he ever had in his career. And it doesn't make sense why he would do that. He throws it 100. Why are you not throwing that high every time? Because you have a lot of guys that can't hit that, especially with his slider knuckle curve combo. And he mixed in a little changeup and a cutter last year. Like, I still believe in Garrett Cole. So I don't know, dude. I'm just sorry. That was a sidebar. I know. And that's the other reason Garrett Cole was a bit down, because this guy at shortstop was getting constant errors that weren't counted as errors because the scorekeeper was being paid off. IKF should have led the league in errors last year by 15.
End of the day, like, the Yankees are just better off without him. Like,
yeah.
Roster space, you need it. You would like to have the roster space go somewhere else. You have Oswald Peraza. And you can save some money. But
like, if Volpe comes up and posts an 85 WRC plus, just like IKF did, he will still accrue a lot more value than IKF. Like, I just think that's a fact. Like, IKF was not a good shortstop. I know defensive run saves didn't hate him, but I don't know. I'm sick and tired of watching IKF play baseball for the Yankees, and it was one season.
No, I hear you, but I
agree that Ramiro Pena days.
Again, I agree with this comment though. He does have value, and that's that's how I view things with him. We already talked about Chad Green for a week.
Wow, yeah,
like, I can't. Again, my vision's not great.
Yeah, and we mentioned
a new pitcher. Gray, is it
Gray? I think it's Fentner or Fenter.
Yeah. The problem is we just have a lot, like, we don't have updated velocity numbers on him or like movement profiles.
I don't even know what his pitch mix is, because there's nothing on Savant. There's nothing on Fangraphs. Like, it just says like he got the traditional pitch grades for four-seam slider, curveball, changeup. So I'm like,
and those
throw a four-seam slider, curveball, changeup.
Like, end of the day, we have no idea if it's a four-seam fastball, sinker. We don't know if it's a regular curveball, more of a vertical up-down profile, or
like a 12-6, or is it like a slurve? Or
I would love to give you information, Aiden. Which, by the way, thank you for stopping by again. He's been a frequent listener. But we don't have that information, unfortunately. I wish I could get that to you, but I can't.
He's not like, I don't think he'll have like any place on the team this year, but it's another depth signing, and the Yankees prioritize depth a ton, as we've seen in years past and this offseason. So I don't think it's a bad move. You can never have too many guys, too many arms. He is electric from his like numbers and peripherals. Only downside is that he's got terrible command and control. So it's like, if you can he had an 8.4 walk per 9 last season. So it's like, if you can get that down to even a 6 or a 5, much more manageable as a reliever.
Yeah, end of the day, what the Yankees do, really well is the fact that, the Yankees are really good at taking guys with poor command and, figuring out what pitches they command the best.
Well, unless you're Luis Medina.
Yeah, well, Luis Medina. I think Luis Medina struggled so much because he left the Yankees. Like, I don't like...
Dude, he was with the Yankees and he was posting like 8 walk per 9, like year in, year out.
But you know what?
He throws like 100.
He was also a starting pitcher, and I think you can agree with me here. Like, maybe you had a different opinion on him back then, but it felt inevitable that he was going to end up in the bullpen. He was a ground ball guy at least.
He's like Betances, dude.
Right. It was like kind of inevitable that he was going to go from a starter to a reliever. Oakland, it was bad because not only did he not get strikeouts, he walked more guys. He had a worse ERA. He gave up more home. He was just awful. He was awful. Terrible. And I don't think that's what you can come to expect from Luis Medina if he was a starting pitcher with the Yankees. The command was never, ever, 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 ever going to be good enough for him to be a starting pitcher. That's fine. However, the stuff is so goddamn good that you can already imagine, him being top 10, 15 reliever if everything goes well. That's the type of pitcher he was. But I don't know if it's going to come to fruition with Oakland. Even Ken Waldichuk, I'm concerned about Ken Waldichuk in Oakland, not because of the ballpark, not because it's just because I just feel like there are certain organizations that can't get the most out of their guys. But I don't know how we get sidebarred into Luis Medina and Ken fucking Waldichuk. I miss Ken Waldichuk. That's, you see, if I
miss Washington more than Waldichuk.
I miss both of them. I miss both of them.
Dude, that Washington trade for Efros is such a fucking L. Like,
well, we have
is good.
4 years to think about it.
I know that, but the problem is that what if he comes back and he's never the same because of Tommy John and because he's a sidearm guy? Tommy John has a tendency to fuck those guys up worse than the overarm guys, because the overarm guys usually switch to a 3/4 arm slot post Tommy John.
Do they? I don't think
a lot of them do. Like, Strasburg's done that.
But I think the difference
Scherzer, or not Scherzer, Syndergaard did that too.
But Syndergaard, like, I think the two big shifts there. Number one, Syndergaard like didn't have velocity.
Didn't Kopech do that too, or am I crazy?
No, what a lot of guys do is this difference. They shorten up their arm slots. So
gotcha,
they'll throw from the same arm slot, but the way they'll throw is instead of coming all the way back and rearing around, right? Like, Lucas Giolito, have you seen?
He's changed in everything this year.
It's like that. Like, it's weird. Have you seen him pitch before? Like,
I have.
Yeah, of course you have. But like, you know what I mean? Like the weird arm thing he does, where it's like it looks like he's shot putting the ball almost.
Yeah,
that's what those guys do. They shorten up their arm slot. Yeah,
that makes sense. That's my bad. Yeah. That's my bad. But I think that I worry for Efros. And I also don't get why the Yankees acquired a pitcher that had an issue with his elbow. Because again, if you're acquiring people, but that's the problem. If you're acquiring people at a deadline, you should do your fucking research. Same with Montas. Why do we have two guys that aren't going to pitch for the first month of the season? One of them's out for basically the entire season because he got injured in September. Why do we acquire two guys that were injured? And then
not even September, he got injured in October, so we know he's out.
Yeah, and then the other one we got was Bader, who wasn't even healthy when we got him. So the Yankees trade deadline last year was an injured guy and two guys that would become injured shortly after acquiring them. So it just shows me they didn't do their due diligence on the guys that they acquired. But the Bader get is looking like it could be a lot better going forward now. I'm fine with it.
I think the Montas thing was they traded for Montas kind of knowing there was something wrong so they could pay a lower price.
Yeah, but then they said it wasn't going to be an issue, and now it's an issue.
But the Efros thing, legitimately, you can't predict a UCL. Like that, dude, I'm being so serious. Like I've heard pitching coaches talk about this. It's legitimately, you know, guys who have a healthy offseason, guys who just, everything's clicking, better velocity, better stuff, better command, healthier than ever. They throw a slider weird in March, and it was never the same.
No, you're right. You're right. I guess I'm probably being too harsh on the Yankees for that.
End of the day, like, you know, the Efros trade was they traded Wesneski, who looked, especially his performance at AAA, it didn't look like he was going to stick as a starter. And end of the day, we don't really know if he's a starting pitcher yet.
I think he'll be a starter for the Cubs.
We have to know. Like, how do I put it? I don't look at it. And also in 2023, was he going to start with the New York Yankees?
No.
And was he gonna okay?
But I would put him over. Could have probably been bullpen arm.
I would have rather had him at the back end of my bullpen than Albert Abreu. We 100% agree there, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. But then there were 7 other guys ahead of him, including Canley. I assume you signed Canley still. That is your back end reliever who you're shuttling up and down. And that's assuming he sticks in the roster. He gets shuttled down when Montas comes back because Herman doesn't have options.
No, that's true. You're right.
So, you know, is the gap between him and Clark Schmidt massive?
He didn't really have a place. Yeah.
Right. That's kind of, and he also had to be put on the 40-man. There were, I think he got traded because it was a roster crutch. I don't think he got traded because the Yankees were like, this guy fucking stinks. It was I think end of the day, the Yankees were
like, you, Hayden, you're gone. Bye. Pack your knives. You're going home.
The fucking Gordon Ramsay thing.
But knives, you're going home. Dun, dun,
that sounds, you know, that sounds a lot more like, that sounds a lot like Captain Price, you know, like soap from COD. No, that's not an insult. I like, those are like the 2 favorite British people.
That's that shit I'm talking about.
You know, I love that shit. Dude, I'm going to, like, if Fireside Yankees was a COD account, I would be streaming COD 24/7.
If we were a COD account. Okay.
I would be,
Ryan.
Dude. But I can't wait for the COD phase to end and I delete COD from my computer and never play
I got COD on my computer. Or not my computer, my PlayStation.
Dude, we got to run COD. Or Warzone. I'm down.
I was about to say, should we run some Warzone duos tonight?
Dude, I can't run tonight just because I'm going to the gym. Dude, I was up until like 3 a.m. yesterday, so I'm gonna go to the gym after the stream. Ryan. I went to the gym at like 1 a.m.
Why?
I don't like working out in front of people, so I like going when it's empty. But tonight I'm not doing that because that's
so un-JROTC of you.
Yeah, that was really stupid. I had class at 9 a.m. I had a Zoom meeting, and it was awful. I wanted to die. But that we were really sidetracked here.
Yeah, whatever. Yankees, yeah, but yeah, Fettner, I don't think he's gonna really have a place. Kind of reverting all the way back here. I don't know. It's just another depth signing for the Yankees.
Yeah. Omar, I wouldn't say it's impossible for the Thompson thing. He was hurt the whole year with the shoulder. Check his stats pre-IL stint. He brought the injury up in spring. Probably lingered it the whole year. Saw that comment too. We're getting to that. I got star. That was an instant star by. We're gonna get to that comment.
Omar, look.
No. I wasn't laughing I wasn't laughing at Omar's comment.
I know you're laughing at the other Ryan's comment. I see that, but no, Omar. I don't think he was injured the whole year. Like, there's just simply no way he goes injured the entire year and doesn't really say anything about it, unless he's just that guy, which I wouldn't put past him.
I would put it past Josh
Jackie stint, the pre-Jackie IL stint. That's when Donaldson was not bad.
He was like a 120
is that what he's
WRC
referencing?
Hitter.
Is that what
he was like a 120 WRC plus. I want to clarify.
But then he lost the entire support of the rest of his team because he called a player Jackie Robinson. And
I think it had I think end of the day, like, I want to clarify, I don't think it's impossible, but I think it's improbable. I think that's the tone, that's the word, the adjective I should shift.
Ooh, I got a good question for you, Ryan.
I've got a good answer for you.
What do you think? What do you think's higher odds of happening? Josh Donaldson 125 WRC plus or IKF 300 batting average?
Easily Josh Donaldson 125 WRC plus. Easily. You can convince me on Isaiah Kiner-Falefa would have to have some crazy. First off, there's two reasons why I don't think Isaiah Kiner-Falefa hitting 300.
He's the most inconsistent slap hitter in the world.
The reason is, number one, like, his BABIP is 304 in his career. Like, it's not crazy high. Like,
he doesn't get unlucky. He doesn't get unlucky.
He doesn't get, like, you typically expect high contact guys with speeds that put up ridiculous BABIPs.
Yep.
And that's what makes them really good average hitters.
Not when you hit it right into the ground every time.
Right. The problem with IKF is he doesn't spray. Like, he's not an extreme line drive hitter. He's an extreme ground ball hitter. That just doesn't profile well for a good batting average. Anyone who's an extreme ground ball or fly ball hitter is not going to hit for a high average.
What was his barrel percentage last year? I'm trying to find
1.2%. You could, but like, the way I look at it is, you can barrel 1.2% of the time and still hit 300. What you can't do is have a 20.9% line drive rate, which is right around league average, if not a little bit below. Have a 296 BABIP, have a 55% ground ball rate, and then expect it. You can't have a higher fly ball rate than your line drive rate as a non-power hitter, and then hit 300. That's just not going to happen. It's not a profile for hitting 300, and I don't think he has a profile to do it.
But actually, never mind. I take that back. IKF third baseman opening day, Cincinnati Reds. He's going to bat 300 this year.
I actually think like this, and Cincinnati Reds could kind of use IKF options. Get traded for
who's their third baseman right now?
Dude, I don't know who's on their fucking team.
They got the GOAT himself, Kevin Newman, at short, so IKF can't play there. Second base, Jonathan India. First base is still Joey Votto.
We need to just,
who the hell plays third base for the Red? Okay,
we need to just fold.
It's not gonna be De La Cruz. It's not gonna be Marte.
Hold on,
DFA Moustakas.
Okay, here's what it is. Kevin Newman, that Chad Pinder. Spencer Steer is their third baseman.
In the words of Conor McGregor, who the fuck is that guy?
He had a really good year last year, 76 WRC plus.
You legitimately almost had me. I was about to say
he actually has
really good year, and I didn't pay.
He was actually a pretty good. He was like a not awful prospect previously, but it just hasn't panned out. Chad Pinder is a guy,
but he plays like everywhere. Chad Pinder's like their Oswaldo now, but he's not as good as Oswaldo.
Chad Pinder. I think is a good pickup because that just screams Brandon Drury part 2.
It also just screams Cincinnati Reds signing.
No, like this screams like if they figure out how to like get him to lift the ball more. This is not Chad Green. God damn it. This is Brandon Drury part 2.
Dude, I wanted Drury back so bad this offseason. You have no idea.
Drury would have been so icy. The
only problem is that I feel like the organization and he have definitely gone their separate ways.
It's
after the whole Vertigo vendetta.
It's like
he did not tell them that he was blind.
It was like, dude, where was he gonna freaking play?
Third base, first base, left field, second base. I don't give a shit. Drury's a good third baseman. Drury was a great defensive third baseman with the Reds until he moved over to first base with the Padres.
I get that.
But he's more of a platoon bat.
I don't think he's like played left field.
He played left field a bit with the Diamondbacks.
More than like, yeah, but he was awful. Like it was like, and that's the Diamondbacks, dude. When he played with the Diamondbacks, dude, I was in middle school.
But dude, he was even GOAT.
I'm in college now.
Like 13 the show or 14 the show. He was the GOAT.
Dude, MLB 14 the show goat. You could trade for like an 82 overall Ricky Nolasco for like nothing, and it was just special. But we have questions here that are kind of sitting, so I want to fire these off before I like get carried away. If you think all these pictures in case they don't get one of the big arms.
What big arm are they looking at?
Okay, so I actually think I think we can talk about left-handed pitchers. I pulled up. I made a spreadsheet that I didn't end up posting for some reason because I'm a loser. But I pulled up like the 5 like best left-handed relievers I could find. The Blue Jays really left-handed. Left-handed.
Relievers though, not starters.
No,
Sorry.
relievers. So, by the way, your boy Danny Duffy got a non-roster invite with the Rangers, which is sad for us because that was our guy.
He's gonna make the roster. The Rangers need more pitching still. I mean, I know they've done quite well this offseason, but Duffy's probably gonna be a bullpen guy now. If I had to guess,
he's also like a good reclamation. But
the
5 guys I pulled were Andrew Chafin, Matt Moore, Will Smith, Zach Britton, and the 5th guy was a guy the Blue Jays just got rid of, Matt Gage, Chad Green.
Oh.
No, not fucking Brad Hand.
Fuck you, dude. Your anti-Brad Hand agenda needs to die.
Brad Hand
was
awful.
really good with
Brad
the
Hand is terrible.
Brad Hand was really good with the Phillies last year.
He
doesn't get whiffs, but you don't need to get whiffs to be good.
No,
Ryan.
yes, no, yes,
you
do.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No,
what?
You don't. And okay, so you're telling me, okay, now this is just your stuff plus.
He struck out. No. He had a 7.6. Okay, it's not enough. Okay, you want to say you have to get strikeouts? Sure. You don't have to get strikeouts if you keep the ball on the ground. You shouldn't be walking people if you don't strike people out unless you're fucking Zach Britton and you have like an 80,000% ground ball rate.
I mean, a 2.80 ERA, 3.9 FIP. That's basically what your boy Albert Abreu did. And
no.
You defend Albert Abreu like there's no tomorrow.
No. There's a key difference here. There are 2 key differences. Albert Abreu had progressed and was significantly better with the Yankees than with every other team.
Brad Hand progressed significantly from the time he spent with the Blue Jays.
No, he did not. He
posted a 7.3 ERA and a 7.6 FIP with the Blue Jays.
His strikeouts to walk percentage got worse. His xFIP got worse. His SIERA got worse.
I don't care about swings and misses.
No,
you have so many guys in the bullpen that get grounders anyways.
He doesn't. But he doesn't.
He's a lefty.
He gives up fly balls. He gives up. He doesn't. He's not good. What does he do that's good?
Limit home runs.
Anyone limiting home runs? How do I put this?
Anyone limit home runs?
No, time out. He limits home runs, but he walks the ballpark, dude. This dude fucking stinks.
Fuck you, Ryan. You know what? I hope we sign him just so I can be on the Brad Hand RBW. If we sign Brad Hand, I'm getting a Brad Hand jersey.
I would much rather have. I'm not even joking. I would rather let you pitch than let Brad Hand pitch.
Dude, Brad Hand is not bad. Stop shitting on Brad Hand so much. You would at least
be an entertaining watch. I would get zero joy out of watching. I would get zero joy out of watching this guy pitch. I would die. I would choke on the air I breathe if I had to watch this man pitch. His slider doesn't get swings and misses. His 4-seam fastballs,
Guardians, Brad Hand.
Awful. Okay, yes. If we got prime fucking Brad Hand.
That's what I'm saying. It's Matt Blake, dude. Let him cook. They were together in Cleveland.
We're not letting his everything got worse, dude. The movement profiles are worse.
Swings and misses. Efros got swings and misses, and he throws 89.
But it's different. This dude is worse. He's not the pitcher he used to be. He's not good. He's just not good.
We can agree to disagree.
He's awful. He's
not awful.
He's basura.
Dude, your definition of awful.
My definition of awful is
Brad Hand is awful.
My definition of awful.
Oh shit, IKF's a pretty good player.
I said IKF is. I didn't say he's an average player. IKF has value on the market because he's at least because he can play defense and he can run and you can put him on the bench. Brad Hand
posted good numbers last year.
No, he didn't. He put up.
What do you mean? No, he didn't. Okay.
He put up a good ERA. Everything else fucking stunk.
What was his SIERA? I'm trying to find a SIERA.
4.51. It was worse than the year before. He's so bad.
His SIERA was not good.
He's awful. He's fucking terrible. He's so bad, dude. I want him to if he ever. No, do not. No. Do not compare him to Andrew Heaney.
He does.
Andrew Heaney was cool.
Good point, Boxy.
No,
great point.
Andrew Heaney was
He does kind of remind me of Heaney.
Andrew Heaney was icy. Andrew Heaney got strikeouts. Andrew Heaney got strikeouts. Andrew Heaney was cool. Andrew Heaney was SIERA.
He got strikeouts, but he only pitched 3 innings because he gets shelled.
Where is
Brad a 2-seamer over the middle of the fucking
Where is Brad Hand's bump day video?
400 feet.
Where is Brad Hand's bump day video? Why has no one made a Brad Hand bump day video? That's why, because no one fucking likes him. I'm so sorry to Brad Hand. This is so mean.
I hope Brad Hand's watching this because he knows that he's got shooters in his corner, baby.
No, he does not. You are
not
in his corner. Okay, we're just desperate. That's like, dude, we're talking about a 4 and you're hyping it up like a 10. What are we doing?
Dude, a New Jersey 4 is a 10.
He's not a New Jersey 4. He's a fucking 4. He's not even a 4. A 4 is generous. His SIERA's in the 4s. He's terrible. Okay.
You know what, Ryan? No.
If there's a Yankees fan named
also,
SIERA,
how can you be obsessed with Will Smith and then be like Brad Hand's dick?
No,
Will Smith, the only reason he was good was because he threw his slider.
Yes, but Brad Hand doesn't have a good. He doesn't have a good pitch. He stinks. He fucking stinks. Also, I kind of cooled off from Will Smith a little bit. I was kind of desperate.
I was about to say Will Smith,
but he's better.
He's better.
He's better. He's better.
Will Smith got more. Will Smith got more whiffs. That's the only reason you like him.
That makes you better.
He also had triple the home run to fly ball percentage.
Getting strikeouts makes you better.
It doesn't mean shit to me if you're a reliever. I don't give a fuck if you get a ground out, if you get a strikeout, if you get a fly out. Just keep the ball in the park and don't let runs score. That's the only job of a reliever. It should mean more to you. It should mean 100 times more to you. As relievers, relievers should just have gross stuff and get swings and misses. Those are the only two things I care about. Everything else will just fall into place. Well, if relievers give up home runs, I don't want them on my team. And Brad Hand does not give up home runs.
Brad Hand, I could hit a home run off of Brad Hand.
No, you could not, because Brad Hand only gave up like 4 last year.
I would hit a home run off of Brad Hand.
I'd hit a home run off of
Brad Hand. If you're watching this, I want to face you.
I would take Albert Abreu 450 dead center and rock the baby on his ass. No, you wouldn't.
That's 100 cheese. You're not hitting that.
He would. Okay, fine. I'd make him locate it, and I just work a walk and then steal second because he has a terrible.
He would just throw it down the middle. He would throw it down the middle at like.
He would not throw it down the middle. He'd aim for the middle, and it hit me in the shoulder.
No, he would.
Albert Abreu classic.
He had a 4% like walk rate at the Yankees. I just want to clarify that. But we're gonna move on for Brad Hand before we talk about Brad Hand for the entire stream. Dark horse left field pick for the Yankees. Jazz Chisholm's not getting traded.
Please, for the love of God, do everything possible to get Jazz Chisholm and pinstripes.
Okay, here's
a jersey swap of Jazz Chisholm in the Yankees jersey.
The chance of Jazz Chisholm becoming a Yankee now or at the deadline is the same chance as me ending up with Jenna Ortega. 0%.
Oh, so you moved on from Zendaya to Jenna Ortega from the previous streams. Okay,
correct.
Look at you.
Correct. We're switching it up. We're switching it up.
Wow, you're like Andrew Heaney.
We're getting creative.
Passed around.
Hey. I wish I was getting passed around in college right now. Anyways, there's like a 0% chance the Marlins move him right now. Yeah. He's number one cheap. Still on his rookie deal. I don't think he's hit arbitration yet. I could be wrong about. Maybe I'm wrong. Actually, I could be wrong about that. Let's see, Jazz. But I'm not checking. No, he hasn't hit arbitration yet. He's not a free agent. So like, there's no good reason to move.
If you're the Marlins and you can get like 2 or 3 top 50, top 60 prospects for him, yeah, you move him.
But like
the Marlins are not going to be great.
But the way they need bats, and he's their only good bat, and he's 20. Like he just turned 25 today. Today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Jazz.
No, I love Jazz.
Today's like holy shit. Today's his birthday.
Like I know a lot of people are like, oh, he's just a glorified platoon bat. I mean, he doesn't hit lefties very well, but he hits righties so well that it makes up for it. Like the dude's gonna post a 130 WRC plus across the whole season.
130.
Dude, he slugged like 600 last year.
He put up a 139 WRC plus in a 60 game state. Like I'm not saying this to put him down.
Pace for like a 6 F4 season.
Right, but he's never been like that good of a hitter.
No, but he's also only been in the league. That was his second season, correct?
Right. No. I'm not saying
that's what I'm saying.
Good.
I'm not saying more at bats. He's going to get.
I want to clarify. I think he's pretty good. I'm just saying, like, number one, is he the star player you're trading a Volpe for? No. No shot.
If Volpe becomes anything close to the player that Jazz Chisholm is, we would be ecstatic. We'd be losing our shit.
The chance of him becoming the player Jazz Chisholm
is not that high.
What do you mean it's not that high?
Jazz Chisholm's a top 5 second baseman in baseball.
No, he's not even a second baseman.
Now he's a center fielder.
Hold on, time out.
Top 5 second baseman in baseball.
Dude, he has never been a 3-WAR player.
He was like 2.9 last year. Then he got hurt.
You can say it's because of it. No, time out. You can say You can say it's because of injuries, but that matters. No, but that matters. That 100% matters. 100%. 1,000,000% matters.
To say Jazz Chisholm, to say you wouldn't trade Volpe for Jazz.
I wouldn't. No, absolutely not.
Crazy.
I would not.
Crazy.
Who's playing? No,
who's playing second base?
No, who's playing? No. First off, number one, you open up a hole by trading. So you trade Volpe to get a left fielder and a guy who has never played the outfield. And you can say, well, he's a center fielder for the Marlins now.
Freak athlete.
He could be a freak. That's phenomenal. Great. I'm not trading Anthony Volpe for Jazz Chisholm. I'm not. That's not happening.
I don't know. Ryan, I'm pro keeping Gleyber around too. So it's like you trade for Jazz. There's Gleyber's extension.
4 years of control of Jazz Chisholm or 6 years of control of Anthony Volpe. This isn't close.
It is not. It's Jazz all the way.
No, it's
what are you talking about?
You realize Anthony Volpe.
Time out. First of all, the fact that every other fan base thinks that Anthony Volpe is overrated should say something a little bit about Anthony Volpe's status as a prospect. I think he's a great prospect. But the fact that every publication, except for like one, had him outside the top 5, top 6, and I think the one that did was the ESPN one, which is ass anyways. It doesn't really like. I want like. I see this. Trevor, I do not want IKF as the shortstop.
I'm so confused, dude.
What I'm saying is that Jazz Chisholm is a better player than Anthony Volpe at this moment, and Jazz Chisholm's only 2.5 years older. Jazz Chisholm only has 2 less years of control.
He's 3 years older. It's 3 years.
Because he just turned 25 today.
Yeah, no, but Volpe's about to turn 22 in April, so he's about 3 years old. 3 years older. Yes.
My bad. Okay, 3 years older.
A career 106 WRC plus hitter with projected 118 WRC plus.
You know for a fact that you can't hold the first year of his career.
No, but I'm just saying projections have him at a sub 120 WRC plus.
That's bullshit.
Okay, I want you to take a guess as to where Steamer projects him to finish in F4 next year.
I can see that Steamer has a 3.5. And I know that Steamer's your baby.
Where does that rank?
I'm not going to shit on Steamer.
But where does that rank?
Also, we were literally just talking like a couple of days ago, whereas if Volpe posts a 120 WRC plus and a 3 to 4 F4, you'd consider that a great value.
Absolutely.
So when Jazz does it, it's not worth Volpe.
No,
but if Volpe does it, it's a great get.
Correct.
How does that make sense?
Because if you get 6 years of a 3.5 win player or a 3-win player versus 4 years of a 3.5 win player, you don't trade that. You're trading more WAR for less WAR. You've lost that deal. It's a 1-for-1 swap.
Jazz is also a lefty, and you know for a fact that short porch would be his bitch.
That's fine, but there's one big issue, as you mentioned.
25
he's not
player.
It's not that he's bad against lefties. He's unplayable against lefties. It is awful. It's atrocious against lefties. There's a legitimate argument to be had here that you can't play Jazz Chisholm in the middle of your lineup against a left-handed pitcher. You can't.
I don't disagree, but this is the same guy that OPS 930 with a 160 WRC plus against righties. And you know for a fact, you're going to see probably 400 across the full season, more at-bats or plate appearances against righties than you will lefties. No, there are not that many lefty pitchers in baseball that are good and are left. 100%. And every bullpen usually has 1, maybe 2. If they're really fucking pushing it, 3 lefties in the bullpen. So to have a guy that clobbers righties with a short porch, with his enthusiasm, his skill set, and if he plays center field well, he could play center field or second base, maybe move him to the corner outfield. That's, in my opinion, insurmountably more valuable than taking a flyer on a 22-year-old that we just barely promoted to AAA.
Dude, again, you can't.
That's also a righty, and we have like 35 million other righties.
It comes down to years, dude. It's
4 years versus 6 is not that big of a difference.
No, it's massive. It's 2
not
years.
Though.
Yes, because you would be traded. You would have to. You are paying his 3 ARB years, and only one. Not all years are created equal. The first 3 years of that contract is so valuable because you're paying them nothing. And I know it sounds bad to say, but that's objectively how teams view this.
I don't disagree
with you.
First 3 years
of your contract.
So but I guess that's the thing. It's the same thing that comes with poor performance correlation, where it's like, does that mean you also look at like the first 2 or 3 years of their playing career? It's like, oh, it doesn't really matter if they have some like learning curve. Because if that's the case, you got to be giving Jazz his fucking kudos, because Jazz Chisholm has improved every single season every single category. And last year was literally his breakout year. And had he played a full season, he probably would have been the best second baseman in baseball.
No, because Jose Altuve was
He was better than Altuve was last year up until the time he got injured.
Well, Altuve had a 160 WRC plus.
I know, but that's because Altuve came back from injury and was a god for the last month and a half.
You can't say Jazz is going to be a 160 WRC plus hitter.
He was at 140.
He was that's 20 something points lower.
I know.
That's like saying
that's not that crazy. Jazz.
No, that is pretty crazy. A 160 WRC plus hitter. That's insane. But there's so I want to clarify. There's no chance Jazz Chisholm goes to the Yankees right now. And number 2, there is no way in hell I'm trading someone who is your best prospect, is a top 10 prospect, and has 6 years of control for a guy who has 4 years of control and is maybe, we're not even sure of this, a better player than Anthony Volpe.
What do you mean we're not even sure of this? At this moment right now, you cannot tell me that he's not a better player than Anthony Volpe.
You cannot say definitively right now Anthony Volpe.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. Absolutely cannot. You really cannot. You can't.
Also, this comment is just so perfect for this right now.
I need if a lady came into my room, which there has been no women in my room for its entire existence. That's a lie. My mom's been in my room before, so that counts. But yeah, there's no shot. There's no shot. And again, there's no shot in my life I'm trading your best prospect.
Well, you know the other cool thing about Jazz? He would sell a fuck ton of jerseys.
That is true. I love Jazz. I'm not saying he's a bad player or a bad person
you're
or like
saying you're saying that you take Volpe over Jazz.
I didn't say that. I said
right now. Okay, right now.
Okay,
it's like fate of the universe on the line. The death beams pointed at you.
At that, yeah, sure. I'm taking Jazz Chisholm. Yeah,
thank you.
But no. But you're not listening. You're not understanding.
You're basically
the
saying
point.
That,
the point is it's uncertainty. You don't know who's a better player right now.
Yes, you do. It's very clearly Jazz Chisholm because Jazz Chisholm is playing in the major leagues and is hitting major league pitching better than most second basemen.
If Jazz Chisholm goes out next year, and struggles for a little bit or has another injury issue, and Volpe is consistently healthy, and they both end up with the same WAR, and you traded them, you know how bad that's going to look? Do you know how awful that would look if you traded Anthony
on the inverse? If Volpe doesn't really pan out, struggles to hit and adjust to major league pitching, and Jazz Chisholm shows the progression he's shown and becomes even better next year, you know how bad that would look?
Yeah, but that's the
more likely of the two.
No, the more likely outcome is that Anthony Volpe gets a 3.5 to 4 WAR, and Jazz Chisholm sits at around a 4.5 WAR.
What?
What do you mean?
There's no way in hell you could tell me you'd rather bet on a prospect than a guy that just had his breakout season at age 24.
I don't no. My point is that if they're within 1 WAR of each other every year for the next 4 years,
Jazz because he's a lefty.
Because
that's what it comes down to.
No, it's not, because if they're within 1 WAR of each other, right? Anthony Volpe, let's say it's 3 WAR for Volpe and 4 WAR for Chisholm. Chisholm will get to 16 WAR over that contract before he hits free agency. Anthony Volpe will get to 18. The Yankees would get more value.
Boxy's been bringing up some facts. Boxy, this is another one. Why not just bring him over and extend him immediately?
Because then you have to pay him more. That you take away value. No, that's it. You just lowered. Well, you immediately lowered your WAR per dollar. You have officially worsened your value as well.
Okay, Ryan, I guess we can agree to disagree.
And also, you can say, who cares about years of control when you lock him up? He's not guaranteed to lock up the extension.
I'm not saying I don't care about years of control. I'm just saying when you're mincing 2 years of control, both of the rookie years, where it's like you're already underpaying the fuck out of him regardless of which prospect it is.
Yeah, but we're talking millions.
Jazz. I mean, let's be real here. Anthony Volpe is going to make $725K when he comes up, and then the next year he'll make $725K, just like Nacho did this year.
Volpe,
not Volpe, same thing.
Jazz Chisholm. So over the 3 years, Volpe makes 700,000. That's like 1 point. That's 2.1 million.
Yeah.
Jazz Chisholm will have made maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe
10,
more. Right?
I think the Marlins extend Jazz in the near future.
That I also think the Marlins will extend Jazz, but I'm not even saying this to say I hate paying players. I love paying players. But from a pure value standpoint, you've acquired $7 more million. You have acquired less WAR for the duration of their rookie contracts. You have lost the deal. You've objectively lost that trade.
Well, again, this is the problem. You're anticipating that Volpe comes up in his first 2 or 3 years and performs really well. Because if Volpe comes up this season and doesn't do well and gets sent back down, boom, we already signed that contract because he got called up. So there goes one wasted season. Next year he comes back, struggles to adjust to major league pitching. Let's say he's Jeremy Pena-esque, can't hit a breaking ball, and OPS is 740, 750 with a 2 WAR. How in the world would you say you'd rather have that than Jazz Chisholm? That's what I'm saying. Because prospects are never a guarantee.
And Jazz Chisholm is Jazz Chisholm a guarantee to hit the way he did last year?
Yes.
Why?
Because he made adjustments that were necessary and he played his natural position. And now in center, I know it's gonna be different because he's moving to the outfield. But for a guy of his ability and skill set, in my opinion, it translates more to an outfielder than an infielder anyways. So I think the Marlins I think it's a stupid move to do with their franchise player in a time where he's already kind of on the fence about staying there. But I think in the longevity of things, Jazz Chisholm, if he plays above average defense in center field, could be a 5 or 6 WAR player instead of a 3 or a 4 WAR second baseman. The other thing, 3 or 4 WAR at second base is incredibly valuable in this league because of how shitty the second base position is across the league. You take away Altuve and Jimenez and Jeff McNeil, throw them in there too. And you've got 5 guys that are all from 3 WAR to 2 WAR.
Again, all I'm going to say is at the end of the day, you would rather the Yankees are. If you want to say that, well, what if Volpe struggles again? What if Jazz Chisholm struggles? What if Jazz Chisholm runs a 30% strikeout rate next year? And That's the same probability as what if Anthony Volpe just sucks and it's not a good.
I'm not saying he's gonna suck. It's not the same probability though. It's not.
It is.
Not
No,
it
probably
Chisholm's played in the league for 3 years,
and he's played in the year for 3 years.
That's on Josh Chisholm. If Anthony Volpe comes up and sucks, that's because he's a prospect coming up.
And over those 3 years, he's been a below average hitter for the majority of his career.
What?
Is that not true?
What?
He's the majority of his career. He's been a below average hitter. Is that not true?
Okay, and again, Ryan, you know this as well as anyone. In baseball, repetition, at-bats, game time lead to better performances. If Jazz Chisholm's last season was any indication of what he's going to be like going forward, why would you not trade your best prospect for him? That's what I'm saying. Okay, let me ask you this. If he puts up the same season basically for the trajectory he's on last year, this year, and then they look to move him in the offseason after this season, and he finishes the year with a 5 F4, a 135 WRC plus, and 25 home runs and 20 steals, would you want to trade for him then?
That's a different conversation.
But that's what I was trying to say.
That's not the same conversation.
Jazz Chisholm was on pace to do that. The only worry with Jazz Chisholm is, can he hit lefties?
No, but you're making
Michael Conforto couldn't hit lefties for the first 2 seasons, and then he fucking settled in and hit 36 home runs.
But you wouldn't if you traded if we had we can't say if we had a Anthony Volpe prospect, would you have traded him for then Michael Conforto, because we don't know how Volpe's career is yet to pan out.
Sure.
But the way I view it is, dude, Michael Conforto legitimately wasn't he figured it out in year 3, at age 24. But would you say that the first 2 years was a massive success? No, but year 3, 147 WRC plus. I'm not saying Volpe's going to have that trajectory, but you realize if Volpe's ever a 5-win player at any point over those 6 years, he can be league average, and you would net your value, you would net your return over what Jazz Chisholm's likely to do, and that's all. It's likelihood. But I'm gonna move on so that I don't harp on this too much. We can get to more questions.
We just had a 20-minute discussion about Jazz Chisholm.
I know this rumor came up with John Heyman with IKF and Gleyber. We talked about infielders. So end of the day, I think we both agree, move IKF, not Gleyber.
Yeah, I did see that. I don't want Gleyber gone at all. Not right now, at least. But at the same time, if I know the Yankees, whatever we want, they're going to do the opposite. So Gleyber Torres will probably get dealt for fucking Kenta Maeda.
Yeah, honestly, if IKF got dealt for
if IKF got dealt for fucking anyone, Cutter Crawford, I'd be thrilled.
Dude, that'd be a massive fucking win for us.
That'd be a dub.
Imagine
only guy I wouldn't want is that dude fucking. Oh yeah,
star. Imagine laughing. Okay,
Ryan doing a keg stand.
There,
screaming about Brad Hand. Shut the fuck up and take this nozzle.
Quick story time, folks. I was dating this girl, and Giancarlo Stanton hit the grand slam against the Pirates, and we were outside on I have a porch, which is weird for an apartment. Usually don't have those, but
short porch.
But he hit the grand slam. We're sitting there, we're listening to music.
Or hour 1. And
I'm shit you not. I was so excited, I almost fell off the balcony. If I don't think, I'm surprised I held on because I was just so excited. So Stan almost killed me. That was one of the few times I watched baseball. I also watched Osvaldo Cabrera hit a home run with that person. So my Riz is insane.
Ryan,
she sucked as a girlfriend. But.
Also, I hope everyone in the chat knows Ryan and I know what sells. So that's why we like to argue and bicker on the live stream.
Yeah, we know what sells. We know what
call
gets the
ourselves
ladies.
The modern day Skip and Shannon.
We know what we know.
No, it's my turn. You said it was my turn.
Hold on, I have no one in the apartment right now. It's my turn. That hurt so bad.
You said it was my turn.
That hurt really bad.
Skip. You can't let me finish a sentence, Skip.
Dude, Skip Bayless is just a fucking character. I have to get the papers. Hold on, I have to get papers. He does the thing. You got to do the
stack of the papers and then throw them down.
I don't have loose leaf. I have graph paper. Jazz Chisholm will not be repeating his 2022 season.
Go on, Skip. Tell him why he's not going to repeat the season, huh?
We would make for such a fucking funny talk show. But what are the chances the Yankees trade for
Michael
Woodruff or Burns of the Brewers at the deadline?
If the Brewers are dealing Corbin Burns, I would die if Corbin Burns became a Yankee.
I don't think there's a realistic shot the Yankees would ever land Corbin Burns.
Talking about giving up Volpe for Jazz, I'd give him up for fucking Burns in a heartbeat. Fucking
throw away Anthony Volpe for a second here. The Brian Reynolds massive package. Corbin Burns would get traded for I can't even imagine what that package would look like. It's closer to Juan Soto than it is anything related to Brian Reynolds.
It's the Brewers though, and the Brewers did give up the best closer in the last 5 years.
Well,
for Dinelson Lamet and Rogers.
Wait, hold on. They got timeout. He's got 1 year left on his deal. He's super expensive.
Who cares?
And he wasn't very good last year.
Well, last year he did kind of fall off, but at the same time,
he was awful. He was awful last year.
Awful. You know what, Ryan?
Awful.
I would like Woodruff. Woodruff seems the more likely of the two.
Yeah, I would say if the Yankees were to trade for a high, most likely really, really good pitcher, it's Woodruff. But could you also argue that Woodruff would be the guy they would be most comfortable extending because he would Corbin Burns could command $300 million in the free agent market?
Yeah, you probably should. Corbin Burns had a down year last year, and he was still like a top 15 pitcher.
Woodruff is not getting $300 million.
No. He'll probably get half that if he wants.
He probably gets close to the Carlos Rodon deal. So
yeah, that's why I view it. 7 years, 160, 170.
Yeah, maybe pushing $200 million, but yeah, no shot he gets that.
No, I would love to do it, dude. I'd love to do it.
But the one guy I've been talking about forever with the Brewers, Jesse Winker. Jesse Winker, if he has a healthy season, hitting really well. He's hitting like his 2021 or 2020 self, which is a 140 something WRC plus. He lives up to even his projections, which I'm at around a 120 something WRC plus. And he's healthy. I don't give a rat's ass what his OAA looks like in left field. If he is mashing, you bring him in. And if the Brewers are bad, of course. I think the Brewers are going to be too good to be selling. But if
last year, dude, you remember this last year when we did our preseason projections? My World Series projection was the Yankees versus the Brewers. I thought the Brewers were going to be really good, and they bit me in the ass. So never again am I going to believe in that team. Also, I think the NL across the board improved this year. I know the Pirates aren't good, but the Pirates are better than they were. The Reds are a little bit barely better than they were. In a full season of a healthy Hunter Green and Nick Lodolo should do some good stuff for them. They're not going to have some guys like, Brandon Drury and shit. But what are you fucking raising your eyebrows at me?
Don't worry about it.
What's wrong with Hunter Green and Nick Lodolo?
It had nothing to do with what you said. I love Nick Lodolo. It had nothing to do with what you said. Don't worry.
I love Hunter Green. So look at us.
Just handling some business,
Handling some business.
Ryan
got a text from the lady friend.
No.
But no, I also think the Brewers, the reason I like the Winker idea you just talked about is the Brewers have kind of an embarrassment of outfielders in their system as well. And I don't know exactly what they're looking to do with a lot of those guys, because if I'm not mistaken, they have Sal Frelick, who they're probably going to want to play at some point. Jackson Chourio, that's hot coming. I know he's going to be in AA, AAA this year, but he was
in AA.
Yeah, what?
He was already in AA.
That's what I'm saying. I know he'll probably maybe start off in AA, go to AAA, maybe start off in AAA now. But even then, he could be 19-20 coming up, and they'd probably want to give him some time to play.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that I think that they're a sneaky little team to look to move pieces. Because I don't know if the Brewers are going to be that good.
Or even
I think they're going to be like a 85, 87 win team.
If they're 500, well, that could make the playoffs.
You think so on the NL?
Dude, didn't the Phillies make it with like 80-something wins?
I thought the Phillies said they probably did.
Yeah, but the way I view it is they're 500. Winker's on a 1 year deal.
That's the other reason why they'd move him.
But he's a reliever.
There was a Marinaccio reliever bump day that I made.
Yeah, and because Marinaccio's cool. Andrew Heaney was like a line. She's either amazing or gets booed off the stage after 2.
Pretty good. That's a pretty good comp.
Always laugh at Ryan's T-Rex arms. I have normal sized arms, man. Okay, I'm like people think I'm a fucking midget, dude. I'm average height. Like I can't prove it. Like what am I gonna do? Stand up? But like literally, I am not a midget. Okay, I am an average height male. I swear to God, I am not a fucking midget.
Steve, baby,
and there's nothing wrong with being short. If you're under like 5'6", good for you. There's nothing wrong with being short, guys. I swear.
In that one.
This sounds like cope. Who backs up center field for Bader? I still feel Florial's going to end up making the team due to I don't think Florial's not an option. I think he gets
Florial's not even be on the team. Yeah. I think it was Alex that posted it today. Maybe it was you on the Fireside Yankees account. Alex is a big Florial. Like, we got to give him some.
Yeah, he's more of a Florial guy than myself.
I'm not a big Florial guy at all. Like, look, I know he's only played like a total of like 40 games in the past 3 years with the organization, but there's a reason. He strikes out like 40% of the time, can't hit for shit, and he's literally just speed and defense. And even then, don't the Yankees already have a couple of guys that are just speed and defense right now? So it's like, why do we need another one? Like, IKF is entirely speed and defense. Bader is speed and defense, even though he's probably going to have a better offensive season. Trevino is just defense. So it's like, if we just want to, Josh Donaldson, just defense. Like, we don't need another glove first guy. And that's Florial, in my opinion. I think
he's a big strikeout guy.
He's just Florial is going to be a stud with the Nationals.
Yeah, but
he and Victor Robles in center. Oh
man, it'd be special
with Joey.
This was all okay. Trevor Alley, by the way. Trevor, how you doing? He's followed me on Instagram and Twitter for a while. We follow each other on Instagram and Twitter, so known him for a good bit.
Yeah,
how you
Trevor,
doing, man?
Matt
Crook is a left-handed option for the Yankees if things go right. His slider is nasty, so I like that. She's bad.
She bad.
The weird clubhouse stuff with Jazz Chisholm, I think that was their shortstop prospect. I forgot his name. They drafted Khalil Watson. Yeah, Chisholm just had that one tweet where he was like, "Why am I not hitting?" or something like that, or like, "Why am I not in the lineup?" Which is pretty fucking. That was like a base tweet. I would want him to tweet that. Like,
and the problem was more with Avisail Garcia, actually. Like, Avisail Garcia was causing problems in the dugout, and like everyone was getting mad because they were all sucking ass and they were expecting to be competitive.
It would be really funny if like Jazz Chisholm tweeted like, "Why am I not in the lineup?" That'd be really fucking funny.
And Khalil Watson, like, he's also, dude. If the Yankees can get Khalil Watson, fuck.
That'd be special.
Awesome.
I mean, he seems like there just seems to be some character issues. It seems to be bad.
Whatever.
What seems the best fit for Aaron Hicks in your opinion? Okay, I'm gonna answer this question seriously. I swear I'm not gonna like troll or some shit.
Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks.
No, I think he's got to be on a major league team somewhere. Like, end of the day, like
A's. They just lost Pinder.
I mean, I'm gonna think like teams that are not awful.
Hicks for AJ Puck. Who says no?
Jeez, I would do things. There were things I would do.
Although
the Phillies, could they use an outfielder?
No, the Phillies have like 12.
Dude, they're out, but they don't have outfield defense. Let's see. Dalton Guthrie. Is Aaron Hicks not better than Dalton Guthrie?
Who the fuck is that?
Thank you. He's better than him.
Who is that?
Congratulations.
I'm genuinely wondering who is.
We have found a team. They don't have a fourth outfielder. Jazz Chisholm called someone Jackie Robinson. Star.
Come over to New York. You and JD would be best.
If reports like that surface again, I wouldn't be surprised if they shopped him. Talking about Chisholm. I don't. And this is all the Chisholm stuff. This is all like there's us arguing about Chisholm. This is
Jazz for Volpe is a war crime.
I agree. Wait,
Trevor. Which one? Which way? Which way is it a
war
crime?
No, because I think he's talking about because he says like he's
okay. No, Nick does not want IKF as the shortstop. Nick does not. Nick would rather have Trey Sweeney as a shortstop.
I love Trey Sweeney. I hope Trey Sweeney knows. Trey Sweeney, I love you. Damn.
Big things coming your way.
I'm gonna DM Trey Sweeney. I'm definitely doing that actually. Ryan Beck, ladies come into Ryan's room, but they leave as soon as he starts screaming about Brad Hand. Thought experiment. We're going to hit up someone and we're going to say thoughts on Brad Hand and we're going to wait for their response.
Who are you hitting up? If it's Hoodie Maven,
don't worry. No, it's not. No, you said ladies. We're not hitting up. We're not hitting up Hoodie Maven.
Okay. Zendaya, what are your thoughts on Brad Hand?
I am on a stream and am required to ask you, what are your thoughts on Brad Hand? Okay, we'll wait for a response. Get back to that later. Also, who cares about? Oh, we talked about that. This is all Jazz. Ryan, it's not about dollar per war. No, it's all about war per dollar. I care about value. I like winning trades.
I agree 100%. It's all about war per dollar.
Hot take. If I'm giving up a haul for a player, I would take Reynolds over Jazz.
Yeah. You can keep that opinion to yourself.
Nope. Rather, 100%.
That is the wrong opinion.
1,000,000%.
Not even
1 billion.
Jazz has not even played a game in center field, and he's already a better defensive center fielder than
But you're not putting Reynolds in center field. Putting him in left field.
Okay. And well, the Pirates are.
Hey, the Reynolds was kind of hurt, dude.
Oh my God! And Jazz just didn't fuck up his back and tore his meniscus.
But we've never seen him play the fucking outfield. He could be awful out there.
We saw Brian Reynolds, and we know enough to say he's ass.
If Reynolds is league average out there,
Reynolds had like negative 12
after being an elite,
average.
But that was after being an elite defender the year before. So maybe it was an injury thing. Who knows?
He was good.
No, he had like a 7 OAA. It's elite. That's elite.
That's not elite. Aaron Hicks had 8
in left field, and no, he didn't even have 8. But that's elite.
Aaron Hicks had 8 defensive runs saved. My bad.
Aaron Hicks is an elite defensive left fielder. That's objectively.
I always get the DRS and OAA mixed up because whenever I look,
you know what? You're not allowed to. You're actually not allowed to get them mixed up anymore. That's it. I'm done of you. I'm tired of you mixing up obscure defensive metrics. I'm done. I'm sick of it now. I'm joking. Okay.
Who had the better Uziar per 150?
Is it Uziar or Uziar? Because Uziar sounds cooler.
Uziar, I like Uziar per 150 because it extrapolates it to a 150 game.
Right, but is it a Uziar or Uziar is the question.
I always call it Uziar.
Like Uziar sounds cooler. I'm pretty sure
the Uziar.
You know what I mean? See, like I'm a big little Uzi guy. Like you know what I'm saying? So like but what if Peraza is the shortstop we want and Jazz our left fielder because Volpe is the Marlins shortstop? Okay, I get what he's saying here. What if Peraza just doesn't figure it out? Like what do you do?
Well, that's true.
You can't put because Volpe's gone.
I did not think of that. Glaber back to short, baby.
Fucking Trey, just like the Yankees are gonna be like knocking on Trey Sweeney's door, just like please hurry up. I'm not even worried about. I mean, Oswaldo Cabrera, right? He said concerned about Oswaldo Cabrera playing left field. Will he fit there because of his defense in the playoffs?
Oh, you're talking about the one play that the Guardians fans like to reference where he missed the ball in left field, even though the Guardians lost that series? I think he missed. No, there's no way he didn't misplay those because the Guardians devil magic. The Guardians just had devil magic that series. It was fucking crazy. But I think the reason I brought this up was because I guess if Peraza wasn't able to figure it out shortstop and there was like a small gap where Volpe isn't ready, Oswaldo Cabrera becomes a shortstop, right? Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Also, we gotta post this. Okay, significantly better is a fucking stretch.
No, he is significantly better. How is it? In what reality?
Hold on a minute.
He's 100% right. Ryan, you are right. Ryan, do not let the woke mob listen to me. I'm joking.
The woke mob.
Nick is the face of the woke mob.
Also, so wait, we're shitting on Jazz Chisholm for posting a 139 WRC plus and 2.6 F4, but we're saying that Brian Reynolds is 125 and 2.9 are much better. Wow,
we're saying he's a better hitter. Dude,
but that's not though, because the numbers just said otherwise.
The number you just posted a 60-game sample size
for Jazz, but not for Brian Reynolds.
For Brian Reynolds, he 145 games of a 125 WRC plus is better than Jazz Chisholm's entire career.
I'm worried though, because his strikeout percentage went up, his walk percentage went down, his BABIP went down, his ISO went down.
Could I not?
Base running went down. His fucking defense plummeted. Maybe Jazz, not Jazz. Maybe Brian Reynolds is just over the hill.
Maybe he's a guy with a projected 129 WRC plus, and Jazz Chisholm is projected for 12 lower WRC plus points. And
I know.
Better fucking hitter. Veterans is just a better hitter. He's just a better hitter.
Isn't Donaldson like projected for like a 110 from Steamer?
No, it's 106. But even then, would you be stunned? I think I got a text back, boys. No, we didn't. We got actually, you know who texted me? Hoodie Maven.
Of course.
But
hey, trying to figure out what to be contrarian about tonight. Any ideas?
What should we send him? What should we send him? A picture?
Send him a picture of Judge hitting his 62nd and be like,
no, there we go. No, I just have a myriad of like awful things on my phone that I send people. There we go. Anyways, no shot. Brian Reynolds isn't a better hitter.
I will make a bet with you right now that not only is Jazz the better hitter, Jazz is the more valuable player this year than Brian Reynolds.
What about the plate appearance qualifications? Because what if Jazz Chisholm hits better over like
450?
Okay, so if Jazz doesn't get 450, the bet is void.
And same with Brian Reynolds.
Bet is void.
Same with Brian Reynolds.
Okay,
Brian Reynolds probably will, because I mean he's done 640, 614 the last 2 years. But I'm just saying the bet's voided if each guy doesn't reach 450.
Okay. And then 450 play appearances each, both those guys have to.
Whichever one has the higher I think he's going to be both a better hitter, so WRC plus, and a better value.
And I will take that.
I'll bet you $20 right now on stream.
I will bet you the $20. Let's lock it.
Deal.
Lock it. Okay.
Lock it.
Up. Relock that bitch in. We're in.
Lock it in.
It's the camera filter. Oh, I get it. Because I have a blurred filter. Oh.
We thought you were saying he's really short, which is not, inaccurate. But
It's average. It's average. 5'9" is average. 5'8" isn't even a standard deviation away. It's average.
I thought you were 5'5".
You've met me. I'm not 5'5". You should be in my corner about this.
Oh, I'm not in your corner after all the Jazz.
You should be my shooter here.
Jazz propaganda you were pushing out like it's World War II.
I will gladly tweet out that Jazz Chisholm's a good hitter. Great hitter.
Ryan
if you're
is
in my
5'10".
corner about the height. Okay, we're tweeting it right now. You think I'm kidding? I'm doing it right now.
I love it.
Being serious. Cycle to the next question so that we can keep this going. We don't use the M word anymore. I realize this is a Josh Donald's style bigotry show.
What the hell does M mean?
I don't know which M word it
What
was.
is the M word? Midget?
Oh, yes. I can say it because I'm
dude. It's like the whole Lee Corso. You know that Lee Corso interview where he's sitting there and they had the kid come on. He's like, I'm picking the Bulldogs. And Lee Corso's like, whoa, hold it right there, midget.
I just tweeted, Jazz Chisholm is a really good hitter. You're welcome. We're here.
Did you tag me?
No, I did. Oh, I should have tagged you.
It's all good.
But
I know what you're talking about.
No, in all seriousness, though,
sorry, excuse my dog. Someone
you're
just
good.
Showed up at the door, so he's going fucking crazy. Wait, go back up. What's the Brian Hoke comment?
Oh, that's what I was going to click. That's what I was clicking. It was down. That's why I missed it.
Yeah, he did. That's what we figured.
So,
that makes sense.
I think Judge as the backup center fielder makes a lot of sense. Hicks, I think, can play not regularly, but like once in a blue moon in center field if need be. And I think that's like I can live with that. I can live with Aaron Hicks every now and then in center field. It's not
what I can't. Aaron Hicks is no. If we say Aaron Hicks in center, something must have seriously gotten wrong.
For what? Like
Aaron
once or twice a year.
That's fine. Never a year. Aaron Hicks last year in center field
was
a
bad defender.
So bad.
Yeah, he's a bad defender.
Ryan Reynolds level bad.
Yeah, but like the way I see it is, it's like what is their alternative if it's not Judge or Bader?
Well, Florida.
Yeah. He's not gonna be on the Rockies. He's gonna get DFA. Like I straight up think he's
gotta get DFA'd at this point.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have a good spring, especially,
it's not even just that. Where are you gonna put him on the major league roster?
Well, if he has a good spring and they're still actively shopping Hicks and they only are looking to offload Hicks simply for like a salary dump and a prospect guy, then I could see them just being like, fuck it, we'll reassess at the deadline. But I do believe that the reason they'd move like Hicks is because they'd want to sign like Profar or David Peralta.
Yeah.
Both of which are much better options than fucking Estevan Florio.
Give me that David Peralta, Aaron Hicks platoon, baby.
No, don't give it to anyone. You know what? Take that and run away.
That'd be special. It'd be special. I'd be fucking narrative balling this. That's the Yankees don't have enough positions where it's like prime narrative ball. That's peak narrative ball right there. I need that.
Can we bring back Andahar?
That would be peak narrative ball. I would narrative ball the shit out of that. Which thirst trap psycho Yankee?
It's a great question, right?
I'm gonna like hold on. I'm screenshotting this. This is a step up from a star. There's star and then there's a screenshot. I need this on my computer for the rest of my life. This is peak. That is a peak comment right there. Thank you. Oh wait, we said that before. He had one good defensive season. Yeah,
he did. And that's the one Ryan's gonna live on the hill and die with.
John, returning viewer, what's good?
What's up, Johnny? Good to see you, dog. Yes. I'd even go as far as to say she's a munch.
The answer to that question is yes.
Amen.
Thank you for asking.
That's a great question, Aiden. You know who else I think?
Keep it there.
I'm pretty sure that Jazz Chisholm's a big fan of Ice Spice.
Oh my god, dude! I was just not expecting that. I love this so much. This is so much fun.
You don't have to bench Reynolds or his left-handed pitching.
Thank you.
It's because he's switch-handed. That's the only reason you're saying that.
No. But what we're gonna you know what? You can't count his plate appearances as a right-handed hitter. Nope. Get better. Learn how to switch hit. I don't know. What
Get better.
Get better, dude. If it was up to me, I would just start hitting right-handed too.
I mean, he's actually better versus lefties for them.
Again, if it was up to me, like if I was in that position where it's like me versus Brian Reynolds, I'm a lefty who struggles against lefties. He's a switch hitter. I would just hit lefties better.
Okay.
I just got that dog in me.
I'm glad that fucking dog in you, Ryan.
I got that fucking dog in me, bro.
Brett Gardner should have been on the cover. Yes. Actually, no. Domingo Germán should have been on the cover.
That honestly, okay.
Herman and Chapman back to back doing the pistols would have fucking done miracles.
I think giving Aroldis Chapman a gun is like the worst idea ever. That's like an Alec Baldwin situation part
I'm
2.
really crying.
That's fucked. I should not have made that joke.
Alec Baldwin, GoldenEye 007.
But dude, like seriously, Brett Gardner would have been a dope. Like Brett Gardner's dope. I love Brett Gardner so much.
I'm really crying right now. This is great.
Tell me what isn't cool about Brett Gardner. Number 1, he's bald. That's dope. I don't care what anyone fucking says. It's dope. Number 2, he's not tall. I love that. Number 3, gritty. Okay, like actually, not like this guy's a hard nose. Like actually, he has that fucking dog in him. He does. Okay, he's that guy.
And he's bald.
Walked on at college, wasn't a highly touted prospect, never was considered one of the best players in the Yankees, grinded it out 3+ years, had a season-ending injury in 2012. 2012. Season-ending injury in 2012. Bounced back, keeps going on there, keeps playing well. They wrote him off in 2018. He regressed. 2019, career best year. 2020, Clint Frazier's better than him. Finishes the year as a dog. Starts in the postseason. Kills in the postseason. 2021, they wrote him off in the first half. Had a great second half. Rode it into the sunset. Retired as a champion. Retired as an all-star. Retired
to be fair,
as a
his 2021 year was really bad, though.
It wasn't bad.
As a whole.
But,
it was really bad.
But Brett Gardner's a dog. He's a dog.
He is. He's
I love
dog.
Brett Gardner.
Dog.
Brett Gardner. I would love, dude, the peak life would be Brett Gardner being on this podcast.
Yeah, Brett Gardner's 5'11", right?
That would be. We're gonna stop talking about height now.
Great fact, Trevor. Thanks for putting that in the chat.
But, dude, oh man, that'd be special if we got him on the show.
Oh my god, it would be special if we can get Guardy on the show. We got some special guests coming up soon on the show. We're not gonna reveal who, but you guys will know them and you'll love them.
Stay posted, folks. But I think the best hit will be Brad Hand. Absolutely.
If Brad Hand pull rate in Yankee Stadium.
I hope if Brad Hand ever watches this, that he knows I like him as a person. He seems good.
Shut the fuck up. You can't be in his corner now. You can't act like you're a fan of his. You can't do that.
Brad Hand, if you were in a situation where you needed shooters, I got you. But
no, you wouldn't. You'd run the other way.
I mean, it's Brad Hand, so like if I needed him as a shooter, he'd probably miss based on his walk rates. But
yeah, he and Albert Abreu, you definitely running away from that.
I'm sorry. Does Brad Hand throw 100 miles an hour? I don't think he does.
Does Brad Hand?
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Did Brad Hand get DFA'd twice? 3 times, actually?
Actually, yes. Yeah, I think he did.
He did not get DFA'd.
He definitely got DFA'd by the Mets. He 100% got DFA'd by the Blue Jays. DFA'd him in the middle of a pennant run. He was so bad, he cost the
Mets
Blue Jays
didn't DFA him.
No, the Blue Jays did. The Blue Jays 100% DFA'd him.
Okay, so in one season, Abreu got DFA'd by us.
No, time out. He got traded for Jose Trevino.
And the fucking Royals. The Royals didn't have room for him. The Royals couldn't make Albert Abreu work with the worst bullpen ERA in baseball. And they signed Aroldis.
Dos equipos estúpidos. Dos equipos. Very dumb, stupid teams.
Thank you for the translation.
A playoff team. In the middle of a playoff hunt. He cost them a playoff spot, bro. He single-handedly got us to the postseason. Shout out Brad Hand. You're my dog. I love you. You got to the 2020. The Cleveland Guardians.
Aren't we happy that Brad Hand fucked it up for the Blue Jays? Why are we not celebrating this?
2020, game 2 of the wild card. The Cleveland Guardians are about to win game 2. Send the Yankees to a game 3 at Cleveland. Comes up, bottom of the 9th, 1-run lead. Couldn't get it done. Couldn't get it done. He's a choker. He's not a winner. I would have gotten it. No, I'm joking.
Meanwhile, Albert Abreu will never see a 9th inning in his entire career.
Albert Abreu pitched the 9th inning multiple times last year. Completely
because of necessity. He pitched in
the tie game against Cincinnati Reds, and he struck out Jonathan India on a freaking gross 100-mile-an-hour.
You have that NFT on replay.
I actually have that clip. So like when you download something multiple times, it like shows like the parentheses 3. I have it like downloaded 6 times on my computer. Yeah. That's how many times I love it. I don't even like
trusting.
Brett Gardner is one of your favorites, John. I love you, John.
He's the man.
Brett Gardner
was the man. Deserves a spot in Monument Park. Deserves a plaque.
Is Jazz actually going to be better against? That would be okay.
Jazz does seem like he just pimp around the Astros.
I will say it would be really fucking icy to see like Jazz Chisholm just
Euro
absolutely
stepping on a walk off.
Yeah, no, not even just that. Like he like hits a fucking nuke in the postseason, and he's just like going nuts. He's Euro stepping as you mentioned. He's like, I can't Euro step. I can't even hit a layup in basketball, so I don't know why I did that. But yeah, that'd be icy as shit.
It would be icy,
Really
with his chains too. Icy.
Oh, don't worry. I didn't think you were offended. We were.
I did. I took personal offense to it. You're lucky you're not kicked out of the chat, Ryan.
Oh. I know we're joking, but I just like I legitimately couldn't figure out what the word was at first because I'm like, what word did I say with an M that was like funny word? Florial's definitely a DFA. I should clarify, slurs are not funny words, but like I didn't say a slur, so I knew I was thinking of a funny word and not a slur. That sounded really bad. I'm gonna just stop talking. Florial's definitely a DFA. Yeah. No options. That's why. Aaron Hicks in center means the rest of the team. We had a Marshall style plane explosion.
Oh my god!
Dark. Here's every female Yankee fan. Sure. Oh, that's
Can't believe guys are DMing us. Well, that's to be fair though. A lot of the people that DM the attractive Yankees fans are pretty creepy dudes.
Yeah, they don't have Riz. If I'm not shooting my shot via Twitter, dog.
I also have no Riz, so it's like I can't really talk like I do.
I can't shoot my shot by Twitter, dude. I can't have someone tweeting out.
I would never do it through Twitter.
No, the problem if it's someone who's on Twitter, I would like if we broke up, like I'd just ratio them like out of nowhere. They'd be like, they'd be like, I can't get over this
breakup.
You
get ratioed back.
No, I would like. I'm not even joking. Someone would be like my ex sucked, referring to me, or like the relationship's over. I can't believe it. And I'd tweet like Albert Abreu last year at the Yankees, 3-point ERA, sub 3 FIP, 20% strikeout to walk percentage, underrated reliever. That would be fucking hilarious. This is why I'm a bad person. I want
a reliever.
I actually want to trade Aaron Hicks to the Padres for Grisham. There's no shot.
If the Padres give us Grisham, that's just because they're looking at that one play he made as a Brewer, and that's why they're trading him.
It would take like AJ Preller would have to be so intoxicated and inebriated to do that. Like you'd have to like get him on and by the way, I'm pretty sure AJ Preller does take a substance. Like that's just like something I've heard, but don't worry about that.
What is this?
But like you'd have to be really just not in your. You'd have to be out of your fucking mind if you traded Trent Grisham and only got Aaron Hicks back. More expensive.
Aaron Hicks is the better player. Give me Big Dick Hicks any day of the week over missing the ball Grisham. Aaron Hicks would never do that in a pivot.
That is true.
Because Hicks wouldn't be on the field.
That is very true. I can't even like imagine what Yankee Twitter would look like.
Wait. Did Aaron Hicks actually have a higher WAR than Grisham?
He might have. No. He said higher WAR player in terms of Grisham.
I was about to say, there's no way. That's
the amount of years left too. Yes, but the money that's so much more expensive for the Padres.
Grisham's probably going to cost them like $12 million total for
the next 3 years. They might pay Grisham less over the next 2 years. The Yankees are going to pay
Hicks this year.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that would ever happen. I think we could get Grisham from them. It would just probably take a couple of prospects. Maybe we offload Hicks, but the Padres are also not wanting to probably take on more money because they're going to probably want to extend one of Soto or Machado.
Why would you want to take on 10 extra million more dollars when Machado's a free agent this year and Soto the year after that? They need financial flexibility.
And I don't know if Soto, and I will say this, I don't know if Soto wants to go through arbitration again because he just went through arbitration or didn't go through arbitration. Wow. He reached a settlement for $24 million. Wow. And that's the other thing, dude. If you sign an arbitration deal with Soto, it's not like you're getting a deal. At this point, you're going to pay $30 million for him this year. And if you sign an extension, it'd be a $30 million a year extension. So it's
if you're Juan Soto, you actually might want to go to arbitration so you can get that $30 million bag and then hit free agency and have the Mets, the Padres.
I can see the Padres do what the Angels did with Ohtani this year, where they just give him $30 million. Like, all right, we're not talking about this anymore.
Brett Gardner, love when he would swing 3-1 and pop at third base.
I also loved when Brett Gardner would work 13 pitch walks and then
that ALDS Game 5 walk was special. Not walk, the single. It was a single.
Yeah, it was a single to the gap.
That was one of the most okay. There were like generational at bats in my lifetime.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
Not a generational as Didi's versus the Twins.
Dude, no, but like that, how do I put it? That was a great at bat. Like, how do I put it? Brett Gardner, that at bat was just the great, that was grit. That was just intensity. Dogging him. He's that guy. He's not getting beat. It's not today. Not today. Brett Gardner in the box. 95, foul it off. Dirty slider, foul it off. Down the count, foul it off. Fighting. Season on the line. Aroldis Chapman sitting on the bench for 30 fucking minutes. You know how Aroldis Chapman pitches when he's sitting on the bench after 30 minutes. He is not the same.
Aroldis doesn't pitch well even when he's like perfectly ready to go.
But still, it was 2017 Aroldis Chapman, not this year. Aroldis Chapman.
That's fair. That's fair.
We're talking about like an actually competent pitcher. But
Royals got a good one.
No, he's not. He's just let me have this. Let me have this, please. I'm gonna try to get Yankees tickets for the second game when Carlos Rodon pitches. That'd be a good game. You're gonna be getting Alex Cobb versus Rodon probably, and I like Alex Cobb or maybe Ross Stripling, which I think are like good pitchers. So
I will say personally, for me, I always like to wait a little bit because the first couple of starts of the season they're not gonna be allowed to throw very many innings because they're easing back into it. So Rodon, even if he's throwing a perfect game, will probably only go 7 innings max.
Yeah, I mean the way I view it is, end of the day, quite frankly, I am indignant. So I can't even.
Quite frankly,
I am literally. I can't even fucking make a decision on this. Go our dog. Yes. Wait, no, that's like nationalism. I can't do that. Can't do that on air. I'm not a nationalist, guys.
Now imagine if the roles were reversed.
Yeah, you see, that's I gotta. That was a trip right there. That was a mine. He placed a mine for
that was a mine,
and I just ran right into it. Rangers
are crawling out.
Correct. Their pitching development's bad.
No, they're terrible. But then again, I think the Rangers are starting to right the ship.
What should a walk-up songs be for this year, for these three guys, rest of the season, and the rest of the players? Judge, keep his Hello by Pop Smoke. Classic, legendary.
And now he is the king of New York after he got the bag and the captain's badge.
Rizzo's I like. Stanton's is pretty cool. I think the one
they
player...
may change it just for like something new, but I don't see why they would.
The player I would like to see Volpe come up and throw some like New York City drill. I don't want country music. I don't want like a remix on TikTok. I want
New York City drill.
Have you listened to New York
City?
Can we
get London drill instead?
No, absolutely. if any Yankee were to play London drill as their walk-up song,
we get jazz. He plays some London bumps on it. Some Stormzy. No. I fuck with Stormzy.
That's another problem.
No way you don't like Stormzy.
No. Dude, he plays for Great Britain now. Why is he doing that? That's another thing about Jazz.
Is there a Bahamas team? No.
Don't play for Great Britain. Play for someone
Xander
else.
plays for the Netherlands, and he's from Bahamas or Bermuda.
Play for the U.S. It's fine. Play for the U.S. I'm okay with that. Play for the U.S. I'm fine with that. Not Britain. You know what I mean? Play for the U.S. I'm cool with that. Not Britain. You know what I'm saying?
You are.
Like think about it.
His parents are British, weren't they?
Maybe. No, it's because the Bahamas was colonized by
That's
Britain.
what it was. That's
like,
what it was.
Dude, the way I see it is like, go play for the U.S. Don't play for Britain. Just no. Anyone who why Britain? I don't like Britain. I hate Britain. I'm a hater. From a total baseball standpoint, nothing else. What is Trevor Bauer? 4 or 5.
I'd say a 4.
Yeah, the stuff I have to see.
He doesn't have the velocity there anymore.
I have to look what the stuff looks like. The command.
However, is terrible woman of a agent that is representing a scumbag like freely is posting videos of his changeup, and I will say his changeup. Granted, he's throwing it against like high schoolers, but the changeup does look solid. So I think he could be a 4, maybe a 4. So a 4 or 5. I agree with you, Ryan. I agree. I'm going Chiefs.
Yeah, he's bad.
Actually, no.
No. Wait. I read this wrong. Mr. Rogers. I thought you were talking about Aaron Rodgers. I was like, what the fuck?
No, Josh Donaldson. Yeah, Trevor Bauer doesn't.
JD
doesn't abuse people.
Rogers. Yeah.
Jesus
what
Christ.
The fuck?
Fuck you. I was gonna say, oh yeah, he got indicted. He was found not guilty. Let's be real here. Come on. But no, yeah, Josh Donaldson. That's the thing. I don't think JD's a bad dude. I think JD's a good guy. I just think JD's a bit rough around the edges and doesn't know how to express it that well. And he transitioned over to New York, which is the brightest lights. And all of the shit he said was amplified times a million. And he said some things that were a bit spotty, even if he didn't mean anything racially intended with the Jackie comment or whatever. And he's like a bit of a douche. And a lot of people are like, no one really likes being his teammate. I don't think any Yankees spoke ill of Josh Donaldson,
He's an idiot. That's the 100% accurate way to put this. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
4 or 5. Padres don't care about money because they wanted to give Turner a longer term deal because of the money. Like the total money would have been more, but the AAV
would have been like $26 million.
They care about AAV.
Yeah.
So
Because that affects their cap each year.
Yeah, and that's especially for the immediate future.
Again, I like the fact that the Padres spend a lot of money. Every owner
Yeah.
of a Major League Baseball team should be shelling out cash. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I'm 100%.
Like, do what Uncle Steve's doing, even though Howe's signed more guaranteed contracts than he has this offseason.
Spend la money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give credit where credit's due. Yes.
Yep.
That
Guard
was
Dog's
special.
big moments were awesome.
Okay, this I think is a very underrated comment. The Yankees not signing Freddie Freeman. It's not like I'm like I agree. Rizzo's cool. I love Rizzo. Freddie Freeman would
He's the reason Judge is still here.
Freddie Freeman with the New York Yankees. Oh my God, that would have been special. Could you imagine Judge Freeman?
Although I will say I was more on the Olsen than Freeman train.
Yeah, I was
That's
too.
how it was supposed to work, dude. It was literally supposed to be Freeman stays with the Braves, Olsen comes to New York, Rizzo maybe goes back to Chicago, goes to LA, whatever the hell it happens. Instead, Olsen was traded to the Braves, Freddie Freeman signed with the Dodgers, and then we get Anthony Rizzo, which I'm not mad about because I like Anthony Rizzo. Riz Dog's the man, and like I said, he and Kevin are the reason Judge is still in pinstripes. Let's be honest here. Certainly isn't Cashman. And I don't know, dude. Freeman's a dog. He's a fucking beast. Top 5, top 7 player in baseball still. But to say that, I don't know. I wanted Olsen. I still want Olsen. Like, Matt Olson's such a good player. And last year he had like a bad month, and then he just turned on the Jets for the last month. Like, I love Matt Olsen. And yeah, Rizzo's the man. Rizzo's the dog. And he's just such a good dude too. Like, Anthony Rizzo is just such a good person off the field that you can't not like Anthony Rizzo. Same goes for like Trevi and Nestor, even Garrett Cole and Judge. Like, those guys, like, a lot of people love to hate the Yankees, but they're good people outside of their uniform.
Yeah, end of the day,
there are no Trevor Bauers.
Yeah, thank God. I'm down for they would only cross the line to use John Wetterland. Dude, John Wetterland. What a fucking I'm pronouncing his name wrong. What a fucking throwback. What a fucking throwback. Good God. That is a late 90s throwback. Damn. Years later, still tight. Aroldis Chapman barely competent. That is true. I remember he lost his closer job.
Yep.
A Boogie I'd be fired.
I can see that.
My way was,
I like Sinatra. I love
him, but I think my way is too attached to that Jeter commercial. And obviously you can't use,
Fly Me to the Moon when he walks up for his first
that'd be icy.
Fly me to the moon.
That'd be special. That'd be
among the stars as he's batting before Judge.
And imagine that blaring in the stadium while you're in the crowd.
Every fan would be like swaying, singing it.
That'd be elite, so special.
That'd be elite. I think we figured it out. We should get Volpe on
Trevor Star. Someone's got to tell Volpe. You think Judge and Stanton?
Nope.
No, there's no shot.
Nope. I would love to see. I mean, here's the thing.
I
the
would
World
strangle
Baseball
both of
Classic
them.
is like, it's like, well, first of all, everyone wants to represent their country and play for their country. It's the same thing with the World Cup, except the difference is that the World Cup is the most watched the most watched sporting event in the entire history of sports. World Baseball Classic will probably get some millions of people watching it. I just think the problem is if Stanton plays, one bad swing, one bad turn on the bases, and well, maybe that's why. I don't know. I like the fact that they're not playing because they're focused on this season. And I will say, I know some people may disagree with me here. You may disagree as well, Ryan. I like the fact that there aren't that many Yankees participating in the WBC. Like, I believe we have Nestor and Loaizaga. I think that's like it. And no offense to Loaizaga in Nicaragua. Loaizaga will be back in like 2 days. So it's like, okay, he's not really going to miss much. And he's a reliever, so he's not going to be, throwing every 12, 15 innings throughout this tournament. It'll probably be like you'll see 4 or 5 innings.
Yeah, end of the day, I don't really think that I want Yankees in the WBC. I love Severino. I don't want him pitching for the Dominican team.
Severino on that Dominican team, that rotation would be like
I would agree you.
That team's a 120-win team in the major league.
That team is the greatest team I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know. Respect Japan. Respect Newt Bar.
Japan's good. Japan's gonna be good.
I'm picking Japan to win it all this year, dude. I'm putting money on Japan.
I would put money on them
new
also.
Seiya Suzuki and Masataka Yoshida destruction path. With Ha-Sung Kim's Korean, not Japanese. My bad.
The way I view it is the situation with Japan is that their bracket is a lot weaker. Like US and DR have to run into each other before the final round. So
Well, unless the
take
DR
that.
gets eliminated beforehand by like
No, but
Puerto
like
Rico.
how do I put it? If they both want to win it all, they might end up running into each other.
True.
Right? Japan has no shot of running into anyone even close to them in their bracket. They are that good. Like they are just as good as the US and just as good as DR, and they don't have anyone in their bracket that's close to them. I think
That's why they're going to run through it, baby.
They're near lock to get to the final of my
That's
eyes.
why if they're plus anything, I'm betting like $50 on them.
Yeah. If you can bet on them getting to the finals, they're gonna cruise.
Yeah. Also, Trevor, Jazz is not allowed to play for Britain. Miami shut that down. They said you're playing center field, so you can't play for Britain.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Which kind of sucks. But then again, it's the Miami Marlins, who are as poorly operated of a franchise as you can imagine, despite the fact that they're still competitive more or less somewhat each year.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like the Marlins are also up for sale again. And it's like, didn't they just get sold?
I think it's a rumor.
Yeah, that's true. It could be rumor.
But
no, Jazz is not playing for the British. He's like a runaway train, Ryan. Like a runaway train. All right. I still am a big Rizzo guy. Who isn't a big Rizzo guy? Like Rizzo's the man.
I'm still stunned over that last comment. It took me a second for that to hit.
Well, the movie's called Unstoppable, Ryan. Have you not seen that movie with Chris Pine?
Do you not like? Did it register?
Oh, it registered.
Oh my god!
You can tell him to stop, but he won't. Ryan, come on, dude. That just registered.
No, like it took me
a minute.
It took me like 2 seconds. It took like I didn't get it first. Like what is this? Oh my god!
But no, we're also big Rizzo guys, Trev.
No, Rizzo's amazing.
We were just talking like again. If we're being for real, and I think everyone can hopefully admit this, Matt Olson and Freddie Freeman are better players than Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, no, like end of the day.
Like it's not like massive differences, except for I will say the Freeman Rizzo difference is big. But Olson also had a down year by his standards in the past couple of years, and he still was like a 3-4 first baseman. Like, yeah, I love Matt Olson, Matty Ice, dude, and he just seemed like a Yankee too with his personality. Yeah. He's just such a good dude. Damn it, fuck! Now I want Matt Olson back. All right, moving on. Can Frankie Montas bounce back? Yes, he can. As a matter of fact, I think he will. As a matter of fact, when is the problem? Not as a matter of fact. The only matter that I'm doubting is when it'll be. Like, I know he's already kind of set to resume pitching drills and stuff. And right, isn't he allowed to start throwing and doing stuff now?
Yeah.
So like he may be back a lot sooner than I'm anticipating, but I just always worry when it's like shoulder inflammation and like shit like that. I'm always like, ooh.
Yeah, end of the day, I think Montas is gonna be fine when he comes back. And fine isn't like just a good pitcher. He's not gonna go out and win the Cy Young or anything, but he's gonna be a good pitcher. Freeman was also talking shit about the Padres and lost to the Padres after.
Yeah, that whole wild card made no sense to me.
Yeah, I don't understand how that DS happened. Like, I'm still stunned about that. What teams can IKF go in your opinions?
Diamondbacks. The DS. Damn, my bad.
Diamondbacks, 100%. Diamondbacks do
not. Diamondbacks, I could see it. Reds, I could see him playing there at third base.
Let's see.
Pirates, I could see him bringing him over to relieve O'Neal Cruz on off days. I said to relieve O'Neal Cruz on off days.
Let's see. Rockies don't have – who's their shortstop? Oh, Tovar's their shortstop. Tovar.
Your buddy MLB Nerd's favorite shortstop in the country.
Has he ever tweeted about Tovar?
Dude, he on his like top like duos and like top prospects list. Tovar is like above like some of the biggest names.
Where?
Look up the top prospects.
I got you.
He has Tovar like in like the 30s.
I'll pull that up in a second. Let's see who's Washington. Washington can use an infielder. They're shortstop.
Washington could use it. Well, no.
Oh no, CJ Abrams.
They like CJ Abrams a lot, and they also like the whole like talk they had with him where they're like
Arizona
coach. Yeah. The coach said, or the manager was like, "Yeah, dude, I just told CJ, man, just hit the ball. Don't try to like lift it." That's what he's done.
That was awful.
What? What does that mean?
How does it feel knowing Gary Sanchez is going to be your catcher in WBC and cost?
That's a great question, Trev.
Gary Sanchez was a positive framer last year, number one, and number two. How does it feel to know that? How many players in the U.S. have like actually been a part of a championship winning team? My team knows what winning looks like. Juan Soto's a winner. Absolute winner, biggest winner in the world. What is it?
That's
What is
a
it
Donald
like?
Trump ass statement.
Like realistically, what is like what Trevor Story is supposed to play for you guys? And he can't. What does JT Realmuto know about winning? He just lost the World Series. Juan Soto does know what that looks like. What does JT Realmuto?
What the fuck does Gary know about winning? That's
Gary has been through the postseason. Gary understands.
JT just lost the World Series.
Time out. JT Realmuto has fewer postseason games than Gary Sanchez does. And I see Ryan's comment about the U.S. won their last WBC. The U.S. beat
you doofus.
Jose Bautista and Irvin Santana, and just not our best. We were. It was a down year for the organization. Down year for the.
Wait, Jose Bautista is Dominican? I thought he was Puerto Rican.
No, he's Dominican. Wellington Castillo.
They also have Edwin.
They're starting catcher. Not Edwin.
Did they have Edwin? No, not Edwin Diaz.
Encarnacion. Yes.
I miss Edwin.
No,
Edwin that year.
No, not that year. We didn't have him that year. We do have
Edwin played for the Yankees, dude, and he did a little parrot trot.
Yeah.
Oh, that was some euphoric vibes.
Sandy Alcantara. Sandy's only pitched 2 postseason games. Sandy Alcantara is a winning person, a winning pitcher. He knows.
Yeah, he just won the most valuable.
Not just that. He's a grind. He cares about pitching deep into games and winning.
You see that award, by the way?
Yeah, I saw it, dude. That picture is embarrassing. That's such an embarrassing.
Most valuable.
So embarrassing, but dude. Like, I want to get 12 strikeouts, but only pitch 6 innings. Loser, Sandy Alcantara. I want to throw 9 innings. I don't care how many strikeouts. I want to throw 9.
It is actually pretty crazy how in this era, Sandy Alcantara basically can go 9 innings like every other start if he wants.
I get it. I can only throw 140 innings this year. My strikeout percentage is how. Yeah,
Ryan, stop talking about that because that's like that's like 2/3 of the Yankees pitching stuff.
No, but they're cool. They're good pitchers. I'm not saying they're bad pitchers. But Sandy Alcantara is different. Different. Would you? There's not a single pitch. There's not a Sandy Alcantara.
Would you give Volpe up for Alcantara, even though even though Volpe has 2 years and more of control?
Hold on. I want to clarify this. I would trade my ability to have kids for Sandy Alcantara to pitch 1 year with the Yankees. I'm being serious. I would trade anything. Tell me what. Okay, start listing.
Actually, though, that's not that bad of a trade.
Start listing
off means more money for you, more money to spend on Yankees games.
Start listing off things you think are valuable to me, and I'll tell you whether I trade them for Sandy Alcantara or not.
The love of a woman.
Trade.
Jenna Ortega DMing you.
Trade.
Anthony Volpe.
Trade.
Having F4 you.
Trade.
Aaron Judge coming to your house and having dinner with you.
Trade.
The Dominican Republic never losing a WBC again.
Trade. I'm being serious.
All right.
Dude, I am committed to this team winning a World Series.
Look, dude, he's not even the best pitcher in the NL. Okay, have you heard of this guy named Ranger Suarez?
Don't you ever scare me like that again.
He's also not even the best pitcher on the Marlins. Sleep on Jesus Lizard all you want.
Don't ever scare me.
Sleep on Jesus Lizard all you want.
I thought you were going to
the Yankee, and I'm fucking sprinting through the streets, frolicking.
You had me
the lefty we need.
You had me worried. You would say Corbin Burns. I was gonna be like,
nah. Corbin Burns is top 5 in the NL though.
No, Corbin Burns is like really good, but there's
but he's not as good as Sandy Alcantara. Again, this goes back to
Alcantara?
our bullpen debate, Ryan. Sandy Alcantara does not get whiffs.
No, it's not even close to comparable.
He does not get whiffs at all.
It's not close to comparable because you're exchanging
he does not
whiffs
get whiffs
for
at all.
First off, it's not that he doesn't get whiffs at all. He actually strikes out guys at around the league average, if not better clip.
I think it was 8.6 K over 9. So
dude,
below.
That's you realize the league average strikeout percentage.
Okay.
Percentage. His strikeout percentage was 53rd percentile. It's above average. So he actually gets a league average amount of whiffs and a 94th percentile in chases. He could get more strikeouts if he wanted to.
So Ranger Suarez has a sick name. Walker, cool, Texas Ranger.
Sandy Alcantara is a cool name.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Walker Buehler's such a pitcher's name.
It really is.
It does sound.
It's just it's like the Sandy Koufax, the Greg Maddux. Like it just sounds like a pitcher. Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
They just pitcher names. Mike Messina, Randy Johnson, Andy Pettit. Those are just pitcher names, and I can't even explain why.
No, absolutely.
Domingo Herman.
No. If we had Paul O'Neill on this team, we'd be so good. Prime Paul O'Neill.
Because you put Paul on left? Ooh.
Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. We have 03 Aaron Boone on this team.
The metric system can't measure freedom.
You're damn right it can't.
You guys are gonna get torched, and I'm gonna be here for
Trev.
that. I'm going to dance on their graves.
Where'd my dip cup go?
Trevor got his own show.
There's no way.
Star, that's a joke. Trevor Bauer. It's a
Oh,
that's
yeah,
so fucking.
yeah.
Let's talk about Ohtani.
We're not fans of NYY News. They kind of suck.
Let's talk about Ohtani free agency next year. The Yankees will not be signing him.
I don't care, but I think he just wants us to talk the general topic, which we can for a couple of minutes here.
I mean,
we don't have that many questions coming. Oh, Jesus.
We have
like 8 questions.
We have a lot of WBC comments.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't want to difference.
Let's come back to it. Keep going through the WBC.
Yeah, he's a quadruple play player.
That's he's the definition.
Jamaica is gonna get eliminated by Puerto Rico. What?
Nelson Cruz isn't playing. Trevor.
Jose Barrios is
coaching.
Jose Barrios is pitching for PR. What does that smell?
Okay, and Framber Valdez is pitching for the DR. Uh-oh.
That's an elite. You just listen to an elite
the
pitcher.
Astros fans are gonna be clipping this from you saying he's a good pitcher.
Yeah,
I set you up. I set you up for
Framber. I love Framber Valdez.
See? Can we clip that? Someone send that to Michael
Schwab. He's Dominican. I've tweeted this a million times.
Michael Schwab.
He's one of my favorite pitchers in the game.
What about Urquidy?
But seriously, hold on. You smell that?
Yes.
I mentioned Jose Barrios, so
smells like that? Albert Abreu.
Smell like what's the? He's a Yankee, bro. Like he's on our team. He's our dog.
I'd rather have Weiss dog.
Sure, but he's on our team. Like. You know what,
Ryan? We make that smelly face about like half the Yankees players.
No, I don't. I only make it about like I make it to
about like 7 of them.
No,
Ryan, I can name the 7 guys you probably would be pissed off about last season.
It's Jose Barrios.
Jose Barrios is dog water. He's dog shit. But also,
terrible.
Blue Jays fans probably think Jose Barrios RBW is alive and well, even though he's just not a great pitcher.
I think he's like a solid player, you know. Like
he's like a solid 5 with the Yankees.
He's a solid pitcher, you know. Solid pitcher.
He would be the Yankees 5. Isn't that sick?
Yeah. No, he would. Yeah.
Dude, what do you mean? No, would he? Cole Rodon clear.
No. I was
Nestor,
thinking.
Yes.
No, because I forgot Montas. I forgot Montas was hurt, so I was like, would he be better? Is he better than Montas? But he's hurt right now, so yes.
He's better than Montas. I'll say.
Goldie won MVP.
Cool. Of the WBC. You know who else? Was Adam Jones on that team?
Yes.
Jesus, it's been so long since we've had the WBC. Fuck COVID, bro. Hope everyone's doing well post-COVID.
Question about Paul Goldschmidt.
3 years.
Question about Paul Goldschmidt.
Uh-oh.
Does anyone want to pull up his postseason WRC plus? Because when the lights shine brightest, you know, when it matters the most. Hold on. Take out the. Shannon Sharp. Right. When it matters the most. Paul Goldschmidt as a 136 coach. Jesus Christ.
I thought it was... No, go ahead, Skip. Finish your sentence, Skip. What was that about, Goldie?
Paul Goldschmidt had a negative 48 WRC plus. That is not good in the postseason.
What's the sample size in that, Skip?
Moving on to the next question. Nestor Cortez, the USAAs. Nestor Cortez and I are going to have a conversation about the fact that he played for the U.S. and not Cuba. We're going to have a talk about that, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Just to talk.
No, I do agree, though. Nasty Nestor is the USAAs.
We're just going to talk.
We're rooting for Nestor.
Yeah, no. Time out. Okay, pause. I love Nestor. WBC. He's facing Rafael Devers. WBC. I hope Rafael Devers hits the ball 450 feet off him. I'm sorry. I'm Dominican. I'm rooting for the Dominican.
You can't do that. You can't.
No, I would 100%. No.
If you were in 1500s England, and a Christian came up to you and said, "Hey, I see you're praying to Allah, but you like God."
This is not even remotely the same thing. It's not even remotely the same thing. Not even remotely the same thing. I didn't pick my nationality. I didn't pick it. You can't pick. You can pick your religion. You can change religions. You can stop being.
Trevor, great point here. Even though it kind of does matter.
Yeah, I don't care about the postseason. That's correct. I usually don't. It was more. I was just like being a troll.
Yeah, right. You hear the king of. So we're gonna take a 4-game sample size.
This is beautiful. This is a beautiful comment. But I missed one. Lee, first off, I didn't say hi or welcome back, and I apologize.
Hello,
one of the OGs. How about Austin Wells?
Yeah, we thought you were IKF at first.
Austin Wells in the postseason lineup with him like just mashing was special.
Beyond
Beyond
awesome.
special.
I think that he could easily make The only way I'd see third string catcher is if it's a September call up and the Yankees just want another catcher for just depth. But I don't know if they'd add a catcher as that positional player that they add to the roster. I do think that they're a traditional 2-catcher run out for the team. The only way that honestly Wells would become like a backup or even a starter at some point would be if Higashioka's dealt. And they could deal him because he does have value. He's a great defensive catcher and a good backup catcher. There are, Ryan, don't say what team would want him.
No,
like
I wasn't going to say.
teams right now that he'd start for.
That was the opposite of what I was going to say. I was going to say, why would the Yankees trade him right now?
Because he's got one more year of control. No real point. He's 31.
Trade him that year. Trade him when you don't need him. You need him still. You know what I mean?
I want to toss this in another comment by Lee. Roy Hobbs is the perfect baseball name. Great baseball name. But could I bring you one further with the Roy, the Doc himself, Doc Roy Halladay? I mean, that's a great name too. Cliff Lee.
Mr. Nick Nielsen, I am going to have to step in. If we're talking about baseball names, Pedro Jaime Martinez is the best baseball name.
Nah, Skip, you can't just go there. You can't just go there, Skip. Come on.
I actually have his book. I left it in my house, but I have his book.
Want to talk about the baseball name? The guy that literally single-handedly made Moneyball a thing. Bill James, bitch.
It's a great baseball name. That's a stat name.
Who fuck you? You are obsessed with stats.
I'm not saying that's a diss him. I'm not saying that's a diss him. I was just saying, yo. What else? Oh, dude. Gunnar Henderson is a baseball
That's a baseball ass name.
What else? Thinking like there's a center fielder who I'm thinking of.
Coco Crisp.
Oh my god, that's such a baseball name.
Also, Carlos Gonzalez just was so fitting because Cargo is such a baseball name.
Or what else?
Troy Tulowitzki, Tulo, baseball ass name.
I think Paul O'Neill's a baseball name.
I agree, but also Giancarlo Stanton is just, in my opinion, one of the most perfect baseball names. And thank God he decided to be like, Michael ain't me. That ain't who I am, and change it back to Giancarlo. No, because Giancarlo Stanton will be remembered forever amongst baseball fans, simply because his name's sick as fuck.
Positive fame still a
Lefty Grove, another great baseball name. Another great baseball
Scott
name.
Alexander.
Ooh, we going to the bullpen now.
Oh my god.
Okay, big dog.
Ford. We're just listing a bunch of like generic
Catfish Hunter.
We're at this point we're just listing like
What about nothing for Catfish Hunter?
No, I agree. No. Sparky Lyle.
Our dog.
That's our dog. Dude. That's our dog.
Sparky was a dog.
No, but seriously, we're just listing off like names of people who were like born in like the before like 1980, basically.
Johnny Damn it.
oh my, Roy Campanella.
That's a good one. Melky Cabrera is really good. Oh, ready? I got it. Grady fucking Sizemore.
Ooh, that's a baseball name. That's a baseball name. We're just saying, ooh, he could 100%.
Nick Nelson. Ooh.
But that's like a bit. I fuck with that name. I actually, okay, when you first hit me up about Fireside Yankees and coming back, I was like, wait a minute.
Is this the guy that looks
I was like, Nick Nelson? What the fuck? I'm not joking. I'm being 100% on dead ass. I was like, oh my god. I was like, what the hell? Why is he DMing me? What the fuck?
No, Gary still has his blocking problems though, Trevor. Sorry, the comment's been unscrewed for a while. Gary still isn't a great blocker. And Trey Turner could do that against anyone though.
Trey Turner just not against us. No, he doesn't have that goal.
Okay, never mind.
Rodon was better than Sandy last year, to be honest. I love Carlos Rodon. I love him. I love Carlos Rodon as much as I would love my firstborn child. No.
Brian, I hope you never have kids because they're gonna be so fucking ostracized.
The way that was said, I hope you never have kids. I mean, at this state, if I have kids, I'd be awful father.
Dude, you and Jenna Ortega's kids can be like genetic specimens.
They're gonna be like 5'1".
It'll be hilarious.
They're gonna be fucking short.
What's your name, little boy? I'm 27.
Dude, speaking of, dude, I didn't get a text back. I got fucking dubbed by Brad Hand. Are you serious? If I killed my Riz for some Brad Hand propaganda, that's commitment to the game.
I can see
that. Rhonda Don makes the All-Star team. Buy.
Down. Yep.
Buy that. Buy it. Lock it in.
I'd like to buy all the shares of that.
Lock it in.
Patrick St. Clair.
Lock that in. Lock that in. Lock that in. Hold on. We're locking this thing in. We're locking it in right now.
I've started.
Ronald James Marinaccio, born on July 1st, 1995, will be an all-star next season. Nick Nielsen, what do you think?
Now, Skip, for one of the few times I actually agree with what you're saying.
My
Skip, you bring up some points here, and like
your Shannon impressions too good.
I 100% agree. Like, come on, Skip. Think about it this way, okay? Think about it this way. Ron Marinaccio last year, okay, rookie year, dog.
Your impression's too good for my awful. Like my only good impression is just doing this. That's it. Ron Marinaccio, 121.5 stuff plus, folks. Love that guy.
Also, that's Eno Saris's model, correct?
Yes. The revamp.
If Eno ever wants to come in the chat, Ryan is on his knees for you every time.
Whoa, that sounds awful. But
Ryan's the biggest stuff plus endorser I have ever met in my life.
Yeah.
It's like Donald Trump with the NRA.
Dude, I love Stuff Plus. Calm down, my guys. Nelson,
no.
We never calm down. We are full throttle. We are in the 2-hour mark of this stream. That means that we are at the point where we have pushed past.
Yep. We are James Deaning this stream.
Valdez is the reason they let Verlander walk. Yeah, Valdez is
Valdez is a great pitcher. No, I was just fucking around with Ryan. Valdez is a beast.
Thoughts on the Astros and Jays being disrespected?
Well, I don't think anyone's disrespecting the Astros. The Blue Jays deserve all the disrespect because the Blue Jays talk so much shit and they never back it up. The Astros are just the most like mind-numbing fans in the entire world.
I think
that's
the
Jays,
reason
we disrespect them.
To an extent, the Jays are disrespecting in the sense that I think last year was not a terrible year in the regular season, just imploded in the postseason.
Well, it wasn't a great year in the regular season either, honestly.
If they win in that wild card round and lose in the ALDS to the Astros, I understand that's me saying if we change a postseason result, right? But realistically, it's 2 games that not that shouldn't define your season, but in a sense, are the Blue Jays going to be as mediocre as they were in that first half again?
Yes.
Probably not. I mean, they're better pitching wise. They got they lost Stripling, which is a tough loss. But
every Blue Jays fan in the world thinks that Yusei Kikuchi's a god again because he stopped throwing his cutter, which is finally probably the good move. But
no, I don't think they don't like Yusei Kikuchi. Fucking hate Yusei Kikuchi.
You'd be surprised. Blue Jays fans are almost as not almost actually. Rockies fans are not Rockies. Jesus, there's no such thing as Rockies fans. Astros fans.
Hey,
Astros fans are absolutely delusional.
That's mean.
Those people have 3 phrases to use: broomstick emojis, we swept y'all last year, and how'd that loss taste? That's literally our Astros are your daddy. That is the Astros fan base's vocabulary.
That was really mean, man.
Ryan,
I expect an apology. No,
Ryan, you have more like Twitter quote beefs with Astros fans than
I beef with everyone.
Other person.
I love beef.
You do.
Whoa,
instigator.
But
no, I love beef too. Beef's good, dude.
I didn't have any, so I buy a bunch of ground beef because I have lean ground beef. I make chopped cheeses, and it's a 500 cal chopped cheese sandwich because it's low cal. Use no fat cheese.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm hitting the gym after this. Actually, we got yeah.
No, we're got probably 10, 15 minutes.
No, I wasn't gonna say that. I said we gotta track the gains. But yeah, we probably do. Also, I just realized 9:41. Roy Hobbs is the perfect baseball name. That's a really good baseball name. I agree. No, Trevor, I know you're just stirring me up, but I love getting stirred up. So
Ryan's like a fresh old stir fry. It's like a pot of chili.
Let it. I know I can't. I know.
Let it stir. Let it simmer.
They're still investing in Mike Clevenger. Yeah,
and they should. Mike Clevenger is a terrible human being.
Yeah, there's no.
And he had the audacity to call out Tatis for not being mature.
Yeah, he's a.
While he was actively spitting and throwing dip on his kid. Go fuck yourself, Mike Clevenger.
Dude, and there was reports about this before. We knew that he was a pretty shitty person prior to this, and I'm glad they finally investigated because.
No, there's a ton of reports going about him being a drug abuser, and of course I'm not gonna sit here and shame him for that because at the end of the day, if you do have a drug problem, it's an addiction, and that's just like any other addiction. It sucks and it's sad to see, and you should obviously try to get rehab if you can and get the help you need. But for Mike Clevenger to handle shit the way he's handled it is absolutely scum of the fucking bottom of the pond level. This dude is a terrible human being. Remember when everyone gave Zach Davies shit last year for divorcing his wife and just dipping on their kids? Mike Clevenger, keep that same energy. This dude is worse than Zach Davies in every way.
It's bad. Artie Moreno
He's on
says
his
you can
10
have
months old. Fuck you,
Ohtani.
Mike Clevenger. Sorry.
You can have him out Ohtani at the deadline for Volpe. That's a tough question.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, that's a tough question for two reasons. Number one,
what are you talking about?
Well, listen, hold on, time out.
I'm sorry.
Is Anthony Volpe up at the deadline? Has Anthony Volpe played Major League Baseball at that point?
I don't care if he's batting 900.
Time out. Wait, time out. Hear me out. You gotta listen to me for a second here.
It's the best player in baseball.
You've got to listen to me for a second. Absolutely. I think this is really an important question to ask yourself here.
Okay, Skip.
Okay. No, seriously, this is like I actually have to think about this heavily because it's like Anthony Volpe has come up. Anthony Volpe has a 125 WRC plus. He's playing great defense. He's on pace for a really good year. They say Volpe for Ohtani. On paper,
bye.
On paper, 100% should be saying yes. But value-wise, are you trading? You could be trading 6 years of an all-star caliber player for half a season of an MVP generational talent.
Well,
and it's the reason I'm saying it's tough is number two. Where does he play?
I don't care.
You don't care. I don't care either.
As long as he bats in the lineup.
Where is Stan playing? Is Stan playing left field all the time?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about Big G.
There are two. I bet you
we could teach Ohtani left field. He played right field briefly.
But left field, okay, you're asking a guy who pitches and hits to now learn how to play the toughest outfield spot.
Not that bad. Rizzo did it. Frank Schwindel did it.
But no, in all seriousness.
Bryce Phillips?
In all seriousness, though, like.
No, I see what you're saying, man. Like, that's really tough. Because here's the other thing. If this is coming off of Volpe getting called up, say, a month prior to the deadline, and he's doing this, I would still do it. But if Volpe starts on the opening day roster, gets reps at second and short, maybe even third if they really want to see how his arm translates, and he's doing 125 WRC plus, high level output defensively, probably at this point have stolen 20 bags by the deadline because his speed's insane, then I'd probably think about it. You're right. But again, this is Shohei Ohtani. And if even in the off chance we could potentially re-sign him and extend him, I would make that deal. That's the other reason I think I'd do it. Because of the fact that if we get Ohtani, we'd have first rights to make an offer to him. And if we do, maybe we can convince him and be like, hey, dude, you tried out the West Coast. You probably like the lifestyle. Sure, it's probably a great time. But the teams there, the Dodgers are going to offer you the same amount we are. And you just came and played for us. And let's say if we get Ohtani, we win a ring. We have Volpe, I don't know if we do. That's my point.
I get it. It's a tough question.
Like this year especially. See, Ryan? Okay. Ryan, you're on one tonight, dude. You're killing it. Art Moreno said we said. Okay. I'd say yes.
I'd have to think about it. That's a tough.
Yeah, that's a great question. Who
if you
that question?
How can I sit here and say no? You know what I mean? Like you can't. And then the duo. Could you imagine Cole, Ohtani, and Rodon in a fucking? Oh my god!
With Nestor and Sevy rounding it out.
Dude, it's like, oh hey, let's also. By the way,
here's the thing: if at that point Montas has done quite well too, we could just flip Montas for a half season rental and get our prospect back.
You could trade him, dude. You're right.
Let me ask this, Ryan. Ready? I've seen the light. Volpe for Ohtani, Montas for Khalil Watson.
No, I wouldn't trade Montas for Khalil Watson if he's pitching well. I'd trade him for one more. Miami actively doesn't want Watson. I want someone. Okay. I want them all.
Montas for Brady House.
Would they the Nationals? Is that the Nationals guy? Why the Nationals trade?
Like he is the Nationals because they have CJ Abrams.
Yeah, but you need Montas is not like why would Montas fucking help them?
Why not?
How about this?
Montas for Bryson Stott.
No, fuck Bryson Stott, that fucking loser. Dude,
he's a fucking loser. He was a top prospect literally a year ago. Why are you? This is my point,
Hold
Ryan.
On. Oh God, it's happening again.
This is my point, dude. You give a guy a year and you call him ass.
Dude, it's happening
again. If Volpe sucks the first year, are you gonna do that to him?
Dude, it's happening.
Are you gonna do that
again.
to him if he sucks the first year?
Dog, it's happening.
Is that what you're gonna do?
No,
but that's what you're doing right now to the other top prospects that struggle for a year.
It's happening again.
Okay.
It stinks in here.
Okay.
You mentioned his name. It stinks in here.
Is Alec Thomas ass?
Alec Thomas doesn't project to be as bad as
Is he
Mark Carson.
ass?
But do you just
He struggled last year. Does that mean he's ass?
Hold on, sorry.
Yeah, because he struggled for a year.
It smells really bad, dude.
Half a year.
It's so bad. When you brought him, it smells just so bad. Wow, it smells terrible. I'm sorry. I was mean.
You can keep eating on the young guns. I'll keep being in their corner. I'll have Khalil Watson, Brad Hand, and Bryson Stott in my corner.
That stinks in there. It stinks. That corner
Ryan,
stinks.
who's the guy that you like so I can shit on him?
Shit reeks of piss and shit.
This reeks of piss and shit. Kid who don't take no shit.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just asking, what's a player you like?
Oh, wait. We have to answer this question.
Oh, I didn't even know this was on the board.
Austin Wells could legitimately be... Yeah, if Austin Wells is like a slightly better than average defender, fuck yeah, baby. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. We're here. Mm-hmm. We're here for that. Oh, yeah. We're here for that.
Because his bat's going to be well above average.
Stubby Clapp is a baseball name. You guys know the offensive lineman Will Clapp? That's such a fucking funny name.
The memes are great with that.
Domingo, no.
If Domingo wins 15 games, I will be shocked.
I will do things. Sterling Hitchcock. I feel like it's a detective name.
I thought you know what's even cooler name? Emerson Hancock.
That's a dope name.
That's a
George
dope name.
Kirby.
Are we just listing fucking Mariners now?
The Seattle Mariners.
Marco Gonzalez. Oh, man. Do they still have Diego Castillo?
Yes.
Interesting.
Absolutely. They 100% do.
Sterling Hitchcock is a great name. But no, that sounds like Hitchcock and Sully from fucking Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, dude, that's another one right there. Murakami. We want Murakami.
He's going to be a god. Rizzo replacement.
I want him more than I want so many things in life. Like, you tell me graduation on time or Murakami.
What do you?
I'm dedicated. I'm dedicated to the fucking grind, baby. My priorities are all out of whack, and I'm mentally unstable.
It's Munateka, right? Munateka Murakami.
Is it Murateka? I think it's. I'm just saying Murakami because I don't know.
No, I thought it was Munateka.
I don't know how to pronounce names. I'm the worst guy for that. Can't do it.
Yeah, Munataka
Yeah,
Murakami.
I really can't do it.
No.
Can't do it. Rocky. I've never heard this name, but this sounds like I just think Rocky. I think boxers.
Also, if we get Murakami, we could call him Murakami-san.
That'd be dope. Also, he's left-handed.
Tanaka-san.
Dude, lefty and just hitting tanks. Where's my blitz ball at?
I don't know, Ryan. You've been taking swings and hacks somewhere, so. Oh my god,
dude, Murakami from the left-handed side, dude, be icy. He's like, just drive it,
just like that too.
Yeah, dude. I got the bat. I'm a righty, dude.
He would never choke up either.
My left-handed swing is special. Hold on, look at this shit. My left-handed swing is special, dog. Left-handed swing, dude. It's here. You're here, right? You're here. You load. You drop the hands. You move here. Bat right through, dude. Special.
That's just a left-handed Glaber swing.
Yeah. I'm a generational left-handed hitter.
Generational. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I agree. I don't know why they're so insecure. It just doesn't make sense.
It's because they like I've been talking about this a lot. It's because a lot of the Astros fans are at this point either A, 16 years old, or B, 45 years old plus.
Hey,
and what that means is that they're 45 years old plus, they have not experienced winning anything for like decades. So they're going to obviously soak this shit in like an ice bath, like a sponge absorbs vinegar, and they're just going to spew it back out into your face. The problem that I have is why is it after winning the World Series, you're still like harping on the fact that you beat the Yankees in the ALCS? Like, I don't think I've ever seen a franchise more like excited about winning the championship series than the World Series, other than the Astros fan base.
Let's just
I don't think I've seen a single fuck Philly tweet, you know?
I hear you.
It's always just been like the Yankees. We beat the Yankees. We're the Yankees' dad. We're way better than the Yankees. It's like, well, what about the Phillies? You guys beat the Phillies too.
It's time for another one of the class. Yes, middle of the night. We're heading out at like 11 p.m. to go work out.
Right. Will we see Spencer Jones? Wrap this up in the next 10 or so minutes. We'll run through these questions here.
Will Spencer Jones be in the spring? No, we're not going to see him in the spring.
He's not. But you may see Spencer Jones around.
Trevor, I would love to, but I wouldn't be focused. I wouldn't be locked in. I need to be 100% locked in at whatever I'm doing. If I'm in the lab,
Go ahead
I'm
and
in
do
the
a lot
lab.
of squats, some lunges, some burpees.
Dude, my squats used to be elite. I have big ass legs. I got some large. I'm a little bit, chubby.
You
right
got that
now,
ROTC build.
Dude, I got, I'm a little hefty. You know what I mean? I'm kind of built like a Theo right now, but
Sure.
like we're chilling.
Kind of built like a Theo right now.
Aiden, he says it's off at 10. Okay, it's 9:53. So Aiden, when you sign off, buddy, thank you for hanging on. We're probably gonna sign off around similar time. So
yeah, something like around that time too.
Wouldn't trade Volpe for 2 months of Ohtani. I feel you.
It depends. It depends. The Yankees are in a win now position. Ryan, you said this yourself.
Right. No, I get it.
3-year window.
Nick, the way I view it is like I can understand it both ways. Number one, imagine looking and saying you can get Shohei Ohtani and you don't, right? That's bad to say. But number two, imagine saying I traded my number one prospect for a guy with two months of control.
But imagine you do that and Ohtani goes on to win World Series MVP.
Right. No, but you're right. But what if you don't trade for Ohtani and Volpe goes out and wins World Series MVP?
Then you're like, look
right.
at us.
You know what I'm saying?
Wise guys.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, just.
I feel like there is no right or wrong answer with that.
I feel you can argue either way. You could
exactly.
You could really.
It's genuinely a coin toss. Because if Volpe is good at that point, you're gonna want to keep Volpe on the team. Like, why wouldn't you? But if Volpe's like, struggling and you miss that trade opportunity, you can be like, damn, why didn't we trade him? That's probably one of the hardest questions I think we've gotten on the live streams.
Yeah, I think this one's making me critically think like crazy.
Also, this is such a fun live stream. We've had such a fun time on this one.
Fudge. Okay. Fudge factor, IMO, is that's your only shot to convince him to play for. Okay. I get what he's saying. This is what you were saying. No. This is what you were saying. It's your only shot to convince him to play in New York with the Yankees over San Diego. I guess he meant fudge.
I don't think he.
I don't know.
What the hell fudge? What does New York have elite fudge?
Dude, I could kill for some chocolate right now.
But does New York have elite fudge? Is that
I don't know? But I get you. We get.
Did he mean judge?
I don't know if he meant judge, but well,
you were very firm in saying
Lumbrokin,
no. He didn't mean
Lumbrokin. I would love for you to clarify what you meant.
Yeah,
but I agree with the sentiment that this is your shot to prove that. It's tough to decide. Yeah, I mean, this is true. What if Ohtani doesn't like? Ohtani he didn't want to be a Yankee originally. Like he just said, "Nah, I'm good." To Brian Cashman,
because he wanted to be on the West Coast, but
not even just that. Maybe he doesn't
5 years on the West Coast now.
Maybe he doesn't like. There's a chance he doesn't like New York. You know what I mean? And that's true. Like I can.
I mean, Masa didn't even like New York.
Masataka?
No.
Masahiro.
Yeah.
You said Masa. So
Masa.
You were saying, but Masahiro signed with us. So
Tanaka.
No. But Masahiro signed with us. So I'm initially thinking in my brain.
I know, but Masa after he left said like it was rough living in New York, especially with the fans. But he's like, at the flip side, playing for the Yankees was great. The fans that loved me were the best. Like, that's the thing with Ohtani. That's the thing with any player that comes to the Yankees. You play poorly, they're gonna hate you. You play well, they're gonna love you. That's just how it is.
No, I hear you.
They're literally black and white fans. There's no gray area for New York fans. There's no you're pretty good. It's you're either terrible or you're great.
Okay, here it is. Fudge factor, a figure including calculation to account for error or unanticipated circumstances or to ensure a desired result. I'm stealing that, by the way. Thank you very much. I'm stealing that from you. Sorry, buddy. No, I'm joking.
Interesting.
But that's an interesting phrase. I've never heard that, so I actually like that. That's
also
fire.
Yeah, no.
Well, what's up? You pull it up first. You pull it up first. Sorry,
Matsui, Hideki is an exception because Hideki was like universally loved by everyone.
Also,
and that's because Hideki was a beast too,
and a porn addict.
So
no, I didn't say that's a negative.
You would just shame them.
No, that wasn't a negative.
You would shame Hideki.
Who said that? Who said I said that as a negative? I love Matsui.
God, Godzilla stepping on everyone, anyways.
Who said I was saying as a negative?
Well, you brought that up you brought that up as like a counterpoint.
Funny. I just thought it was gonna be funny. That's all. Thought it was gonna be humorous. Did not land.
No, Hideki's the man. Yeah, and Hideki does love New York.
Yeah.
Hideki does a lot of stuff. He has the show with what's his name? You know the guy I'm talking about, the chef?
No.
It's on Yes Network. It's a Yes Network original. I can't even think of it, but he does their show where he goes around like cooks you cuisine and stuff. And Hideki was in an episode where they made sushi and everything. It was pretty awesome.
Fuck with that.
Trevor out, Khalil Watson, 20-year-old prospect for the Miami Marlins. Maybe he's 19. Was once their like top prospect, not top prospect, but was once a highly, highly rated prospect in the organization. has since fallen down the pecking order a bit.
Yeah.
Another follow-up from Trevor. This is true.
Well, no, I love Matsui. What? I love him. Well, what are we talking about here? What? I hate him. I love him. My guy.
He does own Pedro, though.
Pedro Martinez was playing against the Yankees. That supersedes anything. When you're Pedro Martinez or Yankee, that supersedes anything, of course. I mean, come on, let's be real here, guys. Come on. Jim Tomei is a sweet baseball name.
He is a sweet baseball name. Great baseball playing as well.
You've given up graduating on time and the ability to pregnate women tonight.
Yeah, all that just for who? Who was it, right? Sandy Alcantara.
Yeah, too.
To pitch 1 year in pinstripes.
Yeah. It'd be fucking worth it, dude. It'd be so worth it. Yeah, we talked about this. We just don't have information on Gray Fentner to really talk about him much.
Sporadic guy, electric stuff, high K over 9, high walk per 9, really good in 2019, really bad last year.
Yeah. Also, this is a good way to describe Watson. High upside, maturity issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but he's only 19 or 20. It makes sense. Not everyone's like J-Rod when they're 20, where they're just like chiseled and ready to go and like maturity of a goat.
It's a tough situation, you know. We have to know, you know.
True.
We have to know.
True.
We don't know the guy personally. I can't really speak to who he is as a person.
True. I want to kill Leo Watson. I'm not arguing against him.
I'm not saying you're arguing. I'm saying to tell people like kind of when we say maturity issues, I want to make sure we're always emphasizing we're speaking off other people's reports. I don't know him. You don't know him. We're not trying to make judgments and like that. I just want to make I'm with you, like, you know, in your corner, the corner with.
God, I'm getting knocked out.
The corner.
Punch him. Left hook. Right uppercut. Punch him. Swing. Dodge.
The only thing that Houston has won before now was the Rockets winning twice because Jordan left to play baseball.
And Jordan couldn't play baseball, so.
No. Astros fans are defensive because of the cheating scandals. I don't think it's because of the scandal as much as
it's just because they don't have anything else to be happy about in their life because all their wives left them.
No, I mean, I was just going to say because they finally, like, they were bad for so long and now they're really good. And so, like, they're kind of, like, letting out years of not being relevant.
That's not it.
Those sound like Red Sox fans, Nick.
They are very similar. They are very similar. The difference is, though, is that Boston has either, like, one really good year and they're terrible, but every year they think they're going to be good. Like, Ryan, your buddy, HVT, like, Red Sox and stuff or whatever, he's the most positive Red Sox fan I've ever seen in the world. He's like hyping up like this mid rotation, like it's going to be like super good. And he's saying that they had like an A- offseason. And it's like, in what world did Boston, the team that needed pitching, have an A- offseason when they got Corey Kluber?
He's a dog. He's my dog. He's my dog. What about Ben Wortvet? Not healthy enough for me to put him to do anything.
I got to see him in AAA for like a couple months.
I have to know he's a real person.
That's the thing. A lot of people think he's a hologram.
I wouldn't be stunned if he was.
He's a force ghost.
Do you think Tanaka spends most of his time in Japan before going to another team again? I don't think he ever comes back. Yeah,
he's never coming back.
Sadly. We already talked about this. I mean, I love Matsui.
Yeah, but Ryan, this is a good point.
I said I'm a Dominican before Yankee fan because of the WBC. Like my Yankee alignments. No, my Yankee alignments do not matter. I don't care who on the Yankees is playing for where. I'm rooting for the Dominican Republic to win it. I don't care. Like, yeah. I'm a Yankee fan before I'm an American. I cheer for Putin if he can left-handed and play left field. I think it's
as a Russian, that's funny, but also Vladimir Putin fucking sucks. So
I think that's the high note to end it off on because
I'd say we're probably like caught here, everyone. This has already gotten
this is a good stream. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check us out on Twitter. Ryan Garcia ESM, Nick Nielsen ESM.
There it is.
There we go. Follow us on Fireside Yankees on Twitter. Nick runs.
Make sure to like this video on YouTube too, people. Yeah, if you like it, it helps the algorithm, so that way more people can come tune in to our rants and our chaos. Yeah, I was gonna say chaosity, but that's not a word.
It's chaos. But again, yeah, dude, the chaosity.
Dude, could you imagine a baseball name, Chris Chaosity? That is a baseball name. Ice Spice is a baddie. You're right, Aiden.
Shout out, Aiden.
She's a munch dog.
That's my dog. That's actually my dog. Red Sox. That is true. That did happen in the minor.
Yeah, and Duran also didn't know where a baseball was for about 4 minutes after it landed.
The sheer courage.
Putin's ass.
No, he said he's being sarcastic. He's saying like what a hot take.
Well, I'm Russian, so he could find me and end my life.
Jesus Christ. But again, thank you guys for checking us out. You guys want to check us out on our socials. We'll see you guys in the next live stream or video. Depends on what you guys prefer for your content. And we'll see you guys later. Peace out. Have a great night. Love you all.